Alrighty folks, hello there. This is Alan recording another comprehensive Magic the Gathering Arena draft video. Yeah, let's do more Premier Draft Neon Dynasty. I still have a pretty high Mythic ranking, but let's see if we can tune it up a bit more. And I have to say, I probably have a good understanding of this format by now, and what colors you should be leaning towards and what you should be doing. I thought this format was going to be a balanced format where, I mean, almost every color was kind of even in terms of power level, but there's a slight power disparity, but I'll get into that while drafting. So let's begin. Pack 1, pick 1, Premier Draft Neon Dynasty. I don't think you should avoid any color in the set since there's just so much power at commons, but there's definitely some ones that stand out the rest. Here we're going to take Kappa Tech Wrecker. I think it's probably the best uncommon in the set, and you would take this, funny enough, even over some of the rares. I don't think I would take it over the Dragons or Farewell, but maybe like over something like Explosive Singularity maybe. I don't know about Koyodai, but they're both close. But yeah, Kappa Tech Wrecker is pretty insane. And sometimes you can have a bit of a ninjas theme in your green deck, even though green deck tries to be more controlling. Having a bit of some ninjas in black and blue can bounce this back into your hand, assuming it connects, or if you have a Moon Snare Specialist to bounce it back, and then you can try to connect again and make them exile their target artifacts or enchantment. But yeah, this is the best card to pack. Out of all the commons, they're all pretty unexciting outside maybe Fade into Antiquity and then Dragon Spark Reactor. Pretty expensive to get going. The Red Invoke takes more of a build around. Not impossible to cast, but I don't think Red needs it. Okay, so after first picking Kappa Tech Wrecker, we have two choices between Fall of Lord Khanda, Assassin's Ink, and I guess to a lesser extent there's also Imperial Oath, which I think is a top 10 common in the set. Definitely not top 5, and since it's just so expensive, you can usually pick them up later, and no one really prioritizes it as much. The first copy as much, but it's definitely a consideration. If it goes late, you're always happy splashing this in any green deck. But here we're just going to take Assassin's Ink. I think green and black pairs green-black is the best archetype in the set and the best two colors overall. My second pick will probably be Fall of Lord Khanda, since if I am to be base green, it's just a nice removal spell, and green wants to be pretty controlling. But we'll take Assassin's Ink here. I think it's could easily be the best card in this pack, so we'll take it over, Fall of Lord Khanda, Imperial Oath, which I'm hoping to maybe splash later. But yeah, usually you want to lean towards black-green the most, I think. There's also Nezumi Prowler and the Tooshi Gaibat as decent uncommons, but we're just going to take another Kappa Tech Wrecker. It's still, I guess the format's still early, just a few days old from its inception, although the pre-release was like last week. I mean, the official release was a couple days ago. People don't realize that Kappa Tech Wrecker is one of the best uncommons in the set, if not the best uncommon. And we'll take a second one here, and this way we want to definitely solidify ourselves in green. And then if we pick up some ninjas in either blue or black, it gets even better. So we'll take it here. Other good cards, I've been a little bit more impressed with Economy of Terrible Secrets. I think this could be the 4th best black common. And sometimes you can throw in some Virus Beetles if you're base black, in order to, as one of the top commons, to make it much more reliable. You can trigger this ability, but black also has Okiba Raid Reckoner, which is a great enchantment and probably the best common in the set. But we'll take another Kappa Tech Wrecker, missing out on another Fade. Overall, the commons haven't been very impressive, but we're definitely going to let the uncommons happen, so we'll take a Kappa Tech Wrecker, and then, yeah, probably the second best common in the set. I mean, it's tied with Okiba Raid Reckoner. I think Okiba Raid Reckoner and Moon Snare Specialists are both sometimes just better than most of the uncommons and commons in the set. Definitely not better than Kappa Tech Wrecker, but I could see myself taking this over Assassin's Ink in this set. But yeah, this is great. Can help enable the Kappa Tech Wrecker if we base end up blue-green. And then this pack has another Fade to Antiquity, which we don't have to prioritize as much. Red-white, unfortunately. Probably got the short end of the stick in this format. I still think it's better than black-whites, but those two are pretty bad, along with red-green, since they just are at opposite ends of the spectrum. And the shrines are cool. If you see one light, feel free to pick it up. I don't think it's a high priority. I think I would still take like the top commons over the shrines, just to just to have a higher power. Right, this pack, there's a Coilfang Stalker as a ninjutsu enabler, but it's not like a card anyone cares about too much. I don't think I want to stretch it by moving to red by taking a Voltaic Surge. Covert Technician is a ninja, but is one of the more weaker ninjas. If cheating out a 2-mana artifact doesn't really do much, I don't think. I wouldn't mind like a Prosperous Leaf if it was in this pack, but not Covert Technician. One of the more ninja cards you don't care about. Alright, I don't mind just taking Blossoming Sands. The Coiling Stalker, it is a ninja, it has some synergy with Kappa Tech Wrecker, and it is definitely main deckable, but it's not a card you need to prioritize as much, and it's just can get blanked pretty easily early on. Whereas, if you have like a flying creature as an enchantment or a menace creature, the Kappa Tech Wrecker can always bounce that to your hand. But we'll take Blossoming Sands in case we need to splash Imperial Oath, which is a powerful common. As I say that, we see an Imperial Oath, but there's also Network Disruptor here, and I guess Geothermal Kami as excellent commons. So which one do we want to take here? I mean, yeah, I guess we could just take Geothermal Kami because we're not sure if we're either white, white, blue, white. I mean green blue, green black, or even green white yet, and this would be the safest option. I think a pack one pick one. I think Network Disruptor is the best common out of all these, but I could see myself just staying open here because I'm not clear what my second color is. So we'll take a Geothermal Kami. This card's also been quite impressive. All the green commons are at least above average, just to say the very least, almost all of them. And we're just gonna take a Virus Beetle as probably the second best black common. And yes, I would take this over Twisted Embrace. Enthusiastic Mechanaut is also nice uncommon for blue-red, which is a fun archetype, but you kind of have to be really committal. You can't really splash or do any other colors. You have to really be this aggressive, streamline red-blue deck with lots of 1-drops and ninjas. The Virus Beetle is again one of the top commons and the second best black common overall. So I wouldn't be surprised if we end up black-green. It's just so good. And wow, Imperial Oath and Virus Beetle, I still think it's Virus Beetle, and there's also a dual land, which I'm hoping we can pick up later, but there's enough mana fixing in green, and in this set at common with even the Terrarium, lands are important, but you don't have to, again, prioritize it over the top commons like Virus Beetle and Oath. But yeah, we're definitely taking Virus Beetle over Oath. And then Fate to Antiquity probably makes the cut as a nice green common. What I want to say about the green commons is that since they're kind of all really close in terms of power level, and it's not really easy knowing what common to prioritize another, I just say at least just take one of each and maybe prioritize the cheaper ones or what the deck needs. Yeah, I don't know if Fate is the best green common. I don't know if it's Jukai Preserver. Some people say Master's Rebuke. Some people say Fang of Shigeki. It's all mixed. Some people even say Commune with Spirits. I say at least have one of each if you're base green to just be happy, or at least know what your deck is trying to look for. So, yeah, Fate is good. And then, I'm not sure if I would splash Moonsnare Specialist. It feels like a card you really just want to get on curve, but we'll definitely take an Imperial Oath, alright? I told you guys you'll eventually get one. And yeah, this is a top 10 common. So don't sleep on this card. I definitely wouldn't mind splashing even 1 or 2 in any green deck over Careful Cultivation. The mana dorks in green are not exciting this set. It's funny because you are playing some expensive things sometime in green. Things that you would naturally want to accelerate and ramp into, but green is just so powerful and deep in terms of defensive tools that you'll eventually get there. There's just so much power in the early to mid game that you should be fine. And then with the Kami of Terrible Secrets, this card has also been an overperformer. If we pick up some Okiba Raid Reckoners, which are 1-mana enchantments, and even Long Reach of Night, or even the tale of the story of Ushiro Toshiro Umezawa, this is nice, and we even have double Virus Beetle to go along with it. And then yeah, all of these cards, I think the best card here is like the Forest. I don't know, I'll take the Forest because we want to be in green. And then yeah, alright. And then some of the other white commons outside of the top like white commons, which are like Spirited Companion, Ancestor's Arrest, and Imperial Oath, their commons just tend to drop off as well. There's the Arrow Enlightenment as a fine enchantment, but I just don't find, I mean Saga, but I don't find a white or the red Saga as a common very appealing. White has definitely Machiko's Reign of Truth, which is their best uncommon, but most of the commons after white, the top 3 white commons tend to fall off. Okay, this is interesting here. There's a Dockside Chef. I think this is more of a black-red gold card, but with double Virus Beetle, it can be okay. The Mechatan core, it's not impossible to get to it, and if you do get to it, congratulations. You deserve it because it's not easy to get to, and if you do, yeah, you can just get 10-10 Flying, Vigilance, Trample, Lifelink, Haste, and even if it gets removed out of the battlefield, since it says if the token leaves, you still get back all your artifacts and trigger ETB effects. So yeah, this wouldn't be a bad first pick if you want to focus on artifacts, but you definitely need to be base red. Um, Prosperous Thief is fine. There's also Moonsnare Specialist. I think Pac-Man pick one, I would take Moonsnare Specialist, but given the fact that I have some double Virus Beetle and I didn't see too much blue in the first pack, I think Dockside Chef is fine in this deck. Better off in black-red where you have a lot of these cheap artifacts to stack, but double Virus Beetle is nice. Take it over to Tanuki, which we can get later. Boon is a fine combat trick. So hopefully we just end up base blue-black as green-black as we see Okiba Breckener Raid, the best common. And I would take this over even a Replication Specialist, even though it's a nice, powerful top-end card for the blue-red deck. There's also Voltage Surge, but yeah, and even a nice blue-green land if you want to splash the turtle. But we'll take Okiba Reckoner Raid here. And sometimes it's nice just having a sacrifice outlet in case one of your creatures get locked down by enchantment or removal. And yeah, this pack is stacked for us. I think I'm going to take the gold color uncommon here. As much as I like staying flexible and taking another Virus Beetle with Dockside Chef, I think if you're ready, know you're in black-green. Gloomshrieker is just incredibly powerful, especially with cards like Geotherm Mokami being able to bounce this back in your hand, and then if the Kami trades off, you can get it back and do all sorts of weird shenanigans with it, and even you can even ninjutsu it with the Koppatek Wrecker. So yeah, the other commons. If I was to take common out of this pack, it would be another Virus Beetle or a Jukai Preserver. I think Azusa's Many Journeys is okay, fine to play on too, but gets a little bit worse in the late game, and we can even wield the Kami of Terrible Secrets. But yeah, Gloomshrieker is one of the best uncommons. And I'll take a Twisted Embrace here. Gravelighter is fine. The only problem is that it doesn't have it's not an artifact or an enchantment, so it goes down in value. It plays pretty decently with Virus Beetle, but it's okay. There's also the land that you'll always play, since it can just come in untapped. But it's not a very exciting card, to be honest. It's easily, you happily pick the top commons and Twisted Embrace over it, because the problem is that it only answers non-basic land types, and it also gives the opponent a mana that comes onto the battlefield, as well as it also just gives them a land, so you can help them fix their colors, you can help them ramp. So it's not always amazing. You'll play it, but I have an argument with one of my friends saying, it's not that special. But I think I'm happier taking other commons over it. So we'll take Twisted Embrace, and then now this is our first whiff. We finally have a pack here that we don't care about. The Wisdom, I could just take it here. There's also just a random Terminal as a random artifact for Kami of Terrible Secrets, but I don't think we're going to lack any artifact synergies. Could take a random Kunai. His Storm's Wisdom is not very impressive, but I might as well just take it, just maybe cut off some green here. The Kunai is also just whatever, but we should have some decent removal. And removal just gets worse in the set anyways. I don't know. It doesn't really matter, I don't think, here. It doesn't matter much. I'll just take the green to cut off. I hope not to play any of these cards in this pack. So yeah. Draft black green. Ooh, Circuit Mender. All right, this is an artifact that I'm happy to first pick over all the other commons. You can obviously it's colorless, so you can play this in any deck. It's great with ninjutsu. It's an artifact for artifact synergies, etc. And the 2-life is important, and it's just a really good blocker in the early game. Definitely a great stabilizer and great card in any deck. So yeah, happy seeing this. Wouldn't mind an Uncharted Haven for more fixing, but Circuit Mender is kind of definitely one of the top uncommons in the set. And probably the best colorless card in the set. I think it is. Yeah, I would say this is the best colorless card in the set that you would take. But I would be happy first picking this over even Moonsnare Specialist, and maybe even over Okiba Reckoner Raid. Right, we'll probably just take a Lethal Exploit here, since we already have a Fate to Antiquity. I guess there's also a dual land we could consider here. Just to be safe, I could use a bit of cheap interaction with Lethal Exploit. It shouldn't be too difficult getting some modify with the Koppatek Wrecker, just to be a little bit safe. Yeah, I don't hate it over Scoured Barrens, which I would also be happy to have to splash Imperial Oath, but I think having at least a copy of Lethal Exploit just to secure the early game is important. Like, we won't have trouble. Like, we won't have trouble in the early game because of double Kappa Tech Wrecker, but who knows? They could play their Dockside Chef, which you need to remove, or some sort of annoying 2-drop that can accelerate their mana. And then here, I'm probably just going to take Bearer of Memory. There's also, I guess, Searchlight Companion, which you can ninjutsu with the Kappa Tech Wrecker. But we should have enough artifacts that I don't care. I guess it makes some bodies for Dockside Chef, which isn't bad. This is a fine enchantment for maybe in the late game to sink some mana into. But you know what? Let's take the Searchlight Companion. Kind of liking it with the Kappa Tech Wrecker and the Dockside Chef. It makes a body you can sacrifice. And then it has flying, so yeah, none of these really matter. Pretty bad cards. So yeah, I think the red and white commons outside of the top three or four just kind of falls off. I mean, I can say the same about blue, but the blue commons are just a lot more powerful than the whites and the red ones. And then black is just so deep. Black and green are just the deepest colors in this format for sure. But every color also has just great uncommons as well. White definitely has a lot of them. Red has a good amount as well. I mean, they all have a good amount, and since they all have a good amount, then there usually isn't. I mean, I guess I could take this for a turtle. We could maybe go 4 colors for the Sky Turtle. Don't care about the cultivation. The Sky Turtle is a turtle which you can channel for 1 generic and then blue, and then or 2 generic green for either a balance effect or regrowth. Ooh, another Kami of Terrible Secrets. Don't mind if I do. This card's great. There's also the Unforgiving one, which is fine. We do have some stuff going on, but I mean, I'd just rather just play a 4-mana 3/4 that draws me a card instead of trying to make it difficult for me to get a creature back if it is modified or not. I've been pretty impressed with the Kami. And I don't hate a copy of Tamio Safekeeping. We're also missing some 5-drops, so I wouldn't mind a Harmonious Emergence as well, but I think there's the Saga is just better at 5, and I can take a Tamio Safekeeping here and be okay. I usually like a copy of this since it's just because it's just such an annoying trick. 1 mana giving your target permanent hexproof and indestructible, and also life gain is just can blow the opponent out. And yeah, green really did not need a card like this, to be honest. Maybe go 5 colors with Kami War. I don't know. To take a Rugged Highlands pretty late. So we'll see. This deck looks pretty sweet. Unfortunately, this pack sucks. I think pack 1 pick 1. Funny enough, I would actually just take Kamano Faces Kakazan, or I guess Banishing Slash. Yeah, the black cards are exciting. The green cards aren't very exciting. There's nothing even remotely interested in splashing. Like, the best card for us is like Tamio Safekeeping. I guess there's a Coil and Stalker if I want to do the whole ninjutsu thing. I don't think I want to splash for Thirst or Discovery, do I? I mean, we should have enough value in this deck. We don't need to go out of our way to splash a Thirst for Discovery, even though we have a couple of artifacts that we don't mind discarding. I'll take a Coiling Stalker. Maybe I can take this for gems. I don't know, there's a chance we could do some loop-de-loop shenanigans with ninjutsu, so I'll take it here. But a pretty unexciting first pick. I'd be pretty unhappy opening a pack like that. There's Toshiro Satoru Umezama, but we're probably just going to take one of the best black uncommons in the set, the Long Reach of Night. Card's great. Toshiro is fine. If you are in a dedicated ninjas deck, obviously pretty strong, since you can just generate your card advantage and is a good blocker. But it's also just kind of, I hate to say it, risky, because everyone wants to draft a ninjas deck in this set. Even in the paper and local stores, everyone tries to force it when they open up a rare, powerful ninja, or they open this. It's first pickable, but I could actually just see taking the Long Reach of Night over it, honestly, or even the top commons like Moonsnare Specialist and Okiba Raid Reckoner. But Long Reach of Night is a gift, so we'll take it here. Card's great, especially if you can bounce it back with value with a Geothermal Kami. And we'll just take a Geothermal Kami here, because there's nothing else I care about. Goro Goro is also very good, but yeah, it's a lot of mana, but you eventually get modified. I'd still maybe take the best common. I wouldn't take the best commons over this. That's too much of a stretch. This card's good, but keep in mind it is actually, funny enough, even if you can pay 1 red to give it haste and attack, it's actually a pretty slow card to get the 5/5 going, but a great card nonetheless. I think I'll take Geothermal Kami, though, for here. And then, yeah, I don't mind a second Imperial Oath. There's also Fang of Shigeki, but we don't. But we already have double Kappa Tech Records at Death Touchers Ring cast early, and we don't have any fight spells to go for it. So this is an example of having a good green common in the pack, but not necessarily needing it for your deck. Kind of liking just second Imperial Oath. We could use a little bit more top end, and this way we can solidify the white splash. There's also Lethal Exploit, but we have one already, and I don't think removal is that amazing in this format because all of these 2-for-1s going on, especially with the Imperial Oaths. So I'll take a second one. And then Tawashi Gaibot isn't bad. There's also Brute Suit. If we had more Okiba Raid Reckoners, it would be a lot better. The Tawashi Gaibot does give us a bit of card advantage. Pretty expensive though at 4 mana, but it's not bad uncommon to have access to, since it can just draw you cards over and over. So I don't hate this card. There's also Bear of Memory, but I'll put the Tawashi Gaibot in the sideboard for now. I don't think it's a necessary card, but a pretty solid one if you're kind of lacking playables. But I think we should have enough value. I guess now with these 2 6-drops, we could actually use a Careful Cultivation to ramp a bit. Actually, I did talk about how green doesn't necessarily need to prioritize mana dorks, but I feel like since we don't have that much early game going on, we could use something early we can channel in the early game to ramp into our Imperial Oath. So actually, one Careful Cultivation isn't the worst. And then there's a Narukami. I think we need to take a Harmonious Emergence here since we don't have any 5s, and we're all set on Kamis. Best card in this pack is the Modern Age, but we can finally solidify our 5s with the Harmonious Emergence, and I think we have a full deck now at 23 cards. And I don't think we need to run Tawashi Gaibot, Geothermal Kami being able to bounce back. I guess Gloom Shrieker, the Long Reach of Night, Twisted Embrace is quite nice. And it's just a 4-mana 4/3, which is a solid stat line. So I don't hate it here. And then, yeah, probably just take the rare. Leash Gauntlet is okay, but it's not what we need. This being able to bounce Okiba Raid Reckoner is also nice, so pretty solid deck, I have to say. Yeah, and yeah, we're not seeing any good cards. This card I only really like in black-red, and if you can get the Oni Code Anvil, it can be kind of absurd. But overall, I don't think you want a main deck. It's in a black-green deck. Yeah, so the only card I can see putting in the sideboard is like the Tawashi Gaibot, and that's about it. So, and I don't think we need it because again we have so many 4s, and you know they're just probably better. The Hot Springs is an interesting card you could splash for, but I'm probably just gonna take an Uncharted Haven here. I think this card's good, but I don't like green-red. I don't like having green-red as a base. But if you feel need to splash something, don't fault yourself for doing so by doing this. But I think Imperial Oath is a better card to just splash for overall. And there's just a lot of other sagas you could splash. Ooh, even late lethal exploit. I'll play 2 copies. Seems quite good. So we have to just probably make one more cut, and we should be fine in this deck. Could be the Cultivation, but I think again we need it in this type of deck. I don't hate the Searchlight Companions for the Dockside Chef. Could just be one of the 4-drops because since we're so stacked. I hate doing so, but maybe Geothermal Kami or Akami Secrets has to go. The weakest card is between Searchlight and Careful Consideration, though. Yeah, I don't hate the double lethal. Again, we're a control deck, so just having that extra access to the early game removal is quite key. And then by taking the Searchlight Companion out, it also kind of makes our artifact synergies worse for the second Kami in the deck. So it's like if you want to cut one of these, the Searchlight, then this just gets worse, which kind of sucks, I hate to say. But I think we do need to play 17 lands in this type of deck. So let's see, let's move our interaction to the other side. Here. And here. So yeah, a decent amount of removal already. It could just be the safekeeping. I know I said this card was really excellent, and it is, but maybe this deck just doesn't need it. We have enough power, we have enough ways to grind that we don't need the safekeeping. Like even if our creatures die, we have ways to generate value. We're 2 for 1-ing the opponents. Gloom Shrieker can get something back. Geothermal Kami can bounce the Gloom Shrieker, etc. So I could see myself getting rid of the safekeeping. It's a nice trick though, but we should be maybe okay without it. And again, the Dockside Chef, we can always just bounce it for value of a Geothermal Kami anyways. And then even the Imperial Oaths making tokens in the late game can be kind of nice with this. So yeah, why not? We could just try something like this. Seems like a good, decent, solid deck here. How many artifacts do we have? 4. So yeah, I think we need to have 4 artifacts to at least make the Kami consistent. And then again, this is just a nice ninjutsu enabler for the Kappa Tech Wrecker. And then also gives us a body for the Dockside Chef. So I'm down with this. And then the mana base here is favoring black. And then I guess we can just get away with maybe 1 plains. since we have a dual land, um, a colorless land that we can name, and then we should have enough 3 white sources to splash for double Imperial Oath. Seems about right. So let's see, we can maybe make green and black even split. So 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, I guess 8, and then we can just favor black slightly more. So there would be 9 black sources, 8 green sources, and then 1, 2, 3, 3 white sources. And there's really no fixing in the main deck, so everything's gonna be from our lands. But yeah, I don't hate this deck. Seems really cool, really awesome. I'm also just concerned a guy butt, but the stat line is just so bad, to be honest. And the only modified creatures would be the Tech Wrecker, again, a Twisted Embraced creature, maybe the Careful Cultivation. But I think we should be fine. I guess we could even cut the Careful for Tamriel Safekeeping now, not sure. It's kind of interesting, whether or not I want to do so. I mean, the body is also just not bad for the Dockside Chef anyways to sack, so never mind. Yeah, let's do this. And then, yeah, double Kappa Tech Wrecker. The good decks, I mean, I think enchantments beats artifacts by a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean that, they just have more tools. Not saying that a red deck can't beat a white deck, but there's a lot of things that the red deck needs to have to come together in order to be incredibly powerful. But I think the green decks overall are just really so solid at common. You can never go wrong just playing a bunch of green commons and still having some long games where you're able to squeeze out a win, or I mean not squeeze out, but have just play better than the artifacts. This hand isn't amazing. We don't have any early game to go along with the Kami. Our earliest play would be Fade, and then we have some expensive cards. So I think this is a mulligan, even though we're on a draw. It's not as bad if we're on a draw, so we'll do this. And then, alright, this hand seems a little bit better. Maybe bomb the Assassin's Ink, so we can have access to our Tech Records early, which can maybe function as removal. Since everything is almost an enchantment anyways, and artifacts, we should be fine. So sure, let's try it. And then, yeah, we'll bomb the Assassin's Ink. Funny enough, great removal spell, but I think we still need to land, and these cards are just better. Hopefully we don't flood here. Our curve ends at 6 though, so I guess it's not that bad, but we need to make sure we at least survive until then. So another maybe Abzan based deck, Spirited Companion. Sure. Don't mind just to play my Kappa Tech Wreckers, and then we can eventually bounce back the Geothermal Kami if we want. I mean, use this to bounce back to Raid Wrecker. Could keep one Kappa Tech Wrecker into my hand, just in case I need to ninjutsu the other one later. I mean, what can happen is I might need, if he locks us down with an enchantment, for example. I guess we'll just keep this on defense for now. I don't think I need to run out the second one. Circuit Mender was a nice card to top deck into. I could attack and then offer to trade for the 2/3, which I don't think is wrong at all. He could always double block it, of course, and then this ends up dying. This is interesting. Do I want to offer to trade? It does hold off my 2/2, but I don't think we're trying to be aggressive here, to be honest. I think this could just be a long, grindy game where we're just trying to outvalue each other, so I'll just run out the Circuit Mender and then just say go. And this is a spot where the, the Kami of Terrible Secrets would be quite nice. And just Kunai to maybe answer the Kappa Tech Wrecker, sure. And then, if he doesn't have a blocker, okay, he has an Imperial unit, so he can always crew and block the Kappa Tech Wrecker. There's a Fade into Antiquity, which I don't hate. We can fade the Imperial Recovery units, which I don't mind. Or we can just fade the 2/3. If we fade the 2/3, he'll crew, and then I guess I don't mind trading my Kappa Tech Wrecker for it, actually. And then if he doesn't block it, I guess he can still chump with the Spirited Companion to prevent me from exiling it, but I think I just want to deny him the life gain, so I don't actually think Fade to Antiquity, the Golden Tail Disciple, is that bad. So yeah, let's just do that. And then he's just trying to Croon Response. I don't mind trading Kopatech Wrecker for it. And then this will leave us room to eventually attack with a Circuit Member and then cheat out our Kopatech Wrecker as well. And then, yeah, if he doesn't crew, we can still attack with all. And then if this does connect, I can then exile the Imperial Recovery units, which I don't mind. I could have also exiled the 3-4, but I just don't want him gaining the life, since we do want to start pressuring him a bit. Yep. And oh, he crews both, so I can attack with the 2-2 as well. So let's go. So he's probably going to block the 1-3 to prevent this from getting exiled. And then the trade is nice here, so we'll take it. Still traded, so it's not the worst. He can obviously get it back. I guess he can't with the Season of Renewal because this is an artifact. But I think that was a solid turn for us. And the opponent tries to take out our Circuit Mender. We can again just we still draw a card, so it's not the worst. Naomi, alright, enchantment and artifacts. Alright, that's kind of annoying. So yeah, that's pretty annoying here. If we play the Geothermal Kami, the problem is he's just going to equip it and kill it. Opponent manages to have an artifact and an enchantment out, so this isn't going to be an easy game. So I probably need to... I guess what's annoying is that he can use the Kunai next turn to kill my Geothermal Kami. And then attack, and then I guess he can make a token. I guess if this goes away, then he won't be able to. I don't know, maybe the play is still Geothermal Kami, bounce the Road Captain, replay it, and then if he takes out my Geothermal Kami, I can still take 4 and still be okay with it, and then if I can attack an Ninjutsu, it's not that bad too. So I think we go for some value with the Geothermal Kami at the very least, because I have nothing else to do. I can also leave this around, but I think it's fine. It's still early, and you know. And then Geothermal Kami dies. I hope he doesn't have an artifact to follow if not Naomi. Has a Kami of Terrible Secrets, but luckily he won't be able to equip and play and activate unless he gets a land. Okay, so if no land, we're still fine. And maybe it's fine to play out the Kopatech Wrecker since I might need another blocker, and I don't think I might be able to ninjutsu the Circuit Mender anytime soon. So yeah, we're just also flooding here. So I think we actually just run this out. This way we can still block Naomi and kill it. He does make a 2-2 off of it, which is annoying. So yep, targets my Kopatech Wrecker. At least the artifact is gone. And I can hopefully just block Naomi and get away with this. I'll probably just take 3 from the Kami. And then maybe sub a double block next turn. Hopefully no removal. And there's removal, so rip Geothermal Kami. We can still hold off the 2-2, but we'll take 7 here for sure. And luckily this isn't an artifact, so Naomi doesn't get to make any 2-2s. So, I don't know. Maybe I just get rid of Careful Cultivation. Like, the Tamiyo's safekeeping seems maybe better in this match, in a lot of these matchups, since there's just all this removal going on at times. But yeah, we'll have to just take 7 here. And now I wish I had my Kopatech record, but I guess he had a second blocker to follow up. Yeah, now we're just getting flooded. And this is how you lose games of Magic. I mean, we didn't get 2-for-1 at all, in fact. I mean, we traded some decent 1-for-1s, but the opponent just drew more spells, and I guess got a Spirited Companion and Naomi out, so just unfortunate. I think I do run this safekeeping over the Cultivation now. Or, I don't know, it depends on the matchup, really. Against an aggressive opponent, I want the Careful Cultivation. Against a defensive, like a grindy opponent like this, I want the safekeeping. So maybe I'm still fine, I just need to... Right, now I probably can't block this, And I need to probably double block something else, or we're just dead. Yup. And even gets an artifact, so it's probably just game over. I'll still double block the Kami here. But we're just dead. Alright, yep, just too many lands. Alright, rip. This deck could have used a Season of Renewal, I guess. But we didn't see any. We'll love to pick one up just to help us grind a bit more. Yeah, I think cutting the cultivation's okay. Because we do have the Kappa Tech Wreckers to block on turn 2, and then, yeah, we can definitely survive the early game pretty easily, assuming we can get our 2 drops in our deck. And maybe hit some lands, so I think the Careful Cultivation can go. In that game, we just flooded out really badly, but if we face against a similar opponent, we definitely want the Safekeeping more than the Cultivation. So, yeah, I think we get rid of the Cultivation and just throw in the Safekeeping and see how this performs. Let's give it a shot. But yeah, cards like Naomi are also really good to splash. I wouldn't have mind splashing my own as well in this deck. Would have been pretty nice. Opening hand, well, this is interesting. Probably can't afford to keep this. Yeah, on the play with double Imperial Oath, no way. And this hand, at least, isn't great, but maybe we can bomb one Imperial Oath and then keep our defensive tools. So we'll try it. And then hopefully hit some creatures. You know, I think the gig's up. Everyone knows you should be drafting green in this set, and Virus Beetle is quite nice. A Moon Circuit Hacker, sure. Mnemonic Sphere, alright. I could exile this just to be kind of annoying, and I do have some more removal left in the deck. By exiling this, he doesn't get to draw 2, but he will draw 2 eventually, I have to assume. I mean, by exiling this isn't that great, I guess. But I mean, it does slow him down. The problem is we just don't have any creatures to accelerate with. But I think exiling this could be fine here. This way we can still, like, I mean, hopefully eventually draw into our big stuff and play the game. Alright, this isn't bad. Do I ninjutsu this? I mean, this would have been better last turn. I mean, I don't have anything to get kill with the Kappa Tech Wrecker, so I think if we just attack here, and then end of turn we can still use a removal spell, perhaps. Or wait until he plays an enchantment or an artifact, so we'll just hit him for 1. So go. Hopefully he plays something that we don't have to kill, and we'll just say go here. And then, yeah, it's just these dirtily games that these green decks are all doing. But it's not too difficult to gain life in green, funny enough, so we're not doing much. We just don't have any targets. Moon Circuit Hacker, alright, I can attack past that. I don't actually hate attacking into it. And then trying to use a Kappa Tech Wrecker, and if something goes bad, we still have a removal spell as backup, so we'll attack. And then, yeah, before damage, we'll flash this in. So we can get value off of the Virus Beetle. And then hope nothing goes awry. And then we can exile the Moon Circuit Hacker. And then we can still play a Virus Beetle and make him discard, so... Yeah, we're just playing the long grindy game, and even if he counters this with the turtle, I mean the crab, it's still almost making him discard a card, so... Get rid of his Fade, yep. Then we still have our removal spells. Alright, I think I'm going to hold on to this Kami, even though it does help us develop the board state. I do want to draw a card off of it eventually, so we'll just attack and see what's up here. And then we don't have any Death Touch counters, so it doesn't matter. Let's just say go. Eventually we'll get a Saga, hopefully. But yeah. It's kind of awkward in these mirror matches. Alright, that's fine. I'm happy if he bounces anything here. And if he doesn't bounce, we can at least lethal exploit this to start attacking for more, so we'll kill this. And this is a perfectly fine target for lethal exploits. He can also have the safekeeping here. Alright, I'll make him use it. Everyone uses this card now. Alright, and I don't think I want to use Assassin's Ink on a 2-2. So we'll just say go. And then we'll hold on to land, perhaps, to maybe just represent a spell since we aren't doing much, and just say go here. Tails of Master Shizero, we can hopefully answer the creature later. Yeah, I guess we'll just be taking 3. So now I might have to run out the Kami to block this at least. Ooh, Gloomshrieker. Yeah, Gloomshrieker isn't bad. I guess we can run out the I mean, what we could do is we can also use Gloomshrieker, play it, and then draw a card off of Kami. Or we can play out the Kami, double block trade, and then Gloomshrieker it back. I guess that's fine too. Yeah, let's just do that, and we still have access to Assassin's Ink. So let's just do this and say go. And I'm fine double blocking the Moonsnare Specialist, and if he has a trick, then I can blow him out with Assassin's Ink. And I actually might want the Kappa-Tech Record to go in the graveyard if something goes awry, since getting this back would be nice. So I'm actually just going to double block like this and see what's up. He does get a 5/5 next turn, but I'm fine using the removal spell if he has something annoying here. And hope it resolves. Sweet. He still again gets a 5/5, but we can at least attack, or at least we can set up another block next turn. Searchlight Companion isn't bad. Alright, we'll just play out Searchlight Companion and just stay back, I guess, to hold off the 5/5. Wish we could ninjutsu this, obviously, but we'll see go. Could have also attacked for 1, doesn't accomplish much. I guess he has a Season of Renewal. Yeah, these games are interesting. You can get back the Moonsnare Specialist and the Moon Circuit Hacker. We shove enough blockers to prevent them from doing much. Okay. This is why removal also just isn't great because of situations like this. And this is a 5/5 that just made 2 counters, and he got everything back, so. I guess he can bounce it back. If he bounces my Kami, I'm actually happy. Alright, that's fine. I guess now I don't have any good blocks. I guess what I can do is I can block with a Kappa-Tech Record, get it back in ninjutsu with the Searchlight Captain next turn, and then exile this. I think that's a good decision here. Let's do that. We will Gloomshrieker, get back the Kappa-Tech Wrecker, move the combat, attack, and then ninjutsu. It would be insane to ninjutsu the Gloomshrieker as well, but I think we just need to get rid of this this enchantment ASCP. I guess we can also get rid of the Tamio, but the 5/5 is a huge issue, and we can still run out the Searchlight Companion and then go wide enough to maybe kill him. Ooh, Kodama, alright. Some more shenanigans. But we can still block this next turn and should be fine. I can maybe trade Gloomshrieker. I guess I can also attack, and then if he blocks I can lethal exploit to kill this. I don't have any modified creatures. I mean, or I can just hold on to this, honestly. Training a Gloomstreaker here wouldn't be the worst either. Yeah, let's just trade a Gloomstreaker, I think. I could have maybe even held on to the Gloomstreaker to buy back with, whatchamacallit, the, I guess I can Lethal Exploit and finish this, might as well, that makes sense. Alright, that wasn't that bad. I was thinking that I could eventually get the 4-mana, the tub, the Geothermal Kami to bounce this back, but this is still fine. Probably bounces a token. Yeah, these games are so grindy. I still have some late game tools I haven't drawn into, but unfortunately we probably just have to just play it slow. Yeah, drawing Geothermal Kami here would kind of suck, I have to say, because I have nothing to bounce. Twisted Embrace isn't bad, but I think I still hold on to it for a bigger creature that he might possibly have. And it's not like we're killing him. It's not like we're like killing him so quickly, you know, we have to do this, so we'll just say go. This is just a game of attrition. He needs to own an artifact or enchantment to draw a card off of this. Okay, Geothermal Kami, I was afraid of that, but I might as well just play it out to... I guess I can Twisted Embrace and bounce it back to my hand. Yeah, I guess I don't hate that. And where did I put the Twisted Embrace onto? Usually blue and green has... I guess we want to put on the Kappa in case he has a Master's Rebuke or he tries to bounce this. I can at least get value off of this again, so... Let's use the Twisted Embrace, try to kill this, and then bounce the Twisted Embrace back. To be safe, I could play the Geothermal Kami first. I think that's alright. And we missed out on 1 damage, but it's okay. I don't want my Compotech Wrecker running into anything, so... Yeah, just get the synergies going. And then we have another removal spell, and we can gain 3, so... Not a bad turn. Moon Circuit Hacker, that's fine. We can still keep the 1/3 back still. And there's really no reason to use any removal here. We'll just attack with these 3. 4, I mean. I guess he can draw a card here. And yeah. It's these long, grindy games that we are trying to win mostly. Again, not saying red aggro can't get there, but sometimes there's just too much life gain going on and too many defensive tools that it's just not easy. Even if you go kind of all in with the red aggressive decks, it's too risky and too much high variance, whereas the green decks are just a lot safer. So I can easily say green and black are the 2 best colors, blue followed by blue, and then white and red kind of got the short end of the stick in the set. But it's not as... But the thing is that the commons and the uncommons are just really good. Every color has great uncommons and commons, and you know they're pretty powerful. So it's not like in Midnight Hunt where you couldn't... All you did was draft the Esper colors all day or just force blue. And this set is not like that. Alright, we can keep this, and we can name green with Uncharted Haven. I'll keep. And then once we get the artifact and saga down, we can maybe draw a card off of this Kami, which is nice. So. I don't usually like to be base white in this format, but if you are white-green, it's actually good. It's definitely a good deck. So I'll play the Virus Speed, the opponent's going to gain life. And then we can't really kill the Selfless Samurai, so we have to take a bit of a beating in the meantime. Hotshot Mechanic, at least we can hold this off. Igondro Exemplar, so he'll be attacking for 3 per turn. So we might need to get our double black immediately next turn just to prevent damage from happening. Ooh, and Compotech Wrecker at least can help us a bit. So I can at least block off the Selfless Samurai. So he could just attack with the Igandro Exemplar next turn and then give it indestructible with the Samurai. I think that's okay, since he also just loses the Samurai itself. But this is a nice 2-drop to have access to. So usually the misconception in white in this format is that it's trying to be aggressive because of this attack alone strategy. But there's really more defensive cards like the Spirited Companion going on. Do I block this? I mean, next turn what are we planning to do? We are planning to, I guess, play the Long Reach of Night, right? And then if we play the Long Reach of Night, the problem is we don't necessarily get the Kami out, and then this can also attack past the Geothermal Kami. So I think I block here and then maybe force them to sack the Selfless Samurai, or just let the trade happen, which is essentially the same thing as exiling it or killing it. So yeah, we'll play land, and then yeah, we'll just play the Long Reach and then draw a card off of Kami next turn, and then hopefully he doesn't attack with a 2-1 because we don't really want to block it. So we'll just try to grind him to dust. And then we'll just have to take it and hope he doesn't attack with this. I guess I can still trade here because, like, let's say we trade here. What can we do next turn? We can still Geothermal Kami the Long Reach of Night back again. But if not, we might as well run out the Kami. Right? And there's no artifacts or enchantments I'm interested in getting rid of here. We're just going to play the Kami and draw a card, which is nice value. And then now this holds off the 2-2. So yeah, you shouldn't play Hotshot Mechanic in decks like this, alright? Uses a removal spell, that's fine. We made him use a removal spell on a minuscule 1-1, and we have a 3-4 that blocks a 2-2, so it's almost essentially drawing a card anyways with it, which is kind of gross. And then we can still bounce the Saga back with the Geothermal Kami next turn. I unfortunately can't bounce back the Kami, but yeah, let's just use up our mana here. Bounce back the Anima, Knight's Reach, and then we don't even need to attack. We can just stay back here since the opponent has some decent double blocks. If I attack here, what happens? He double blocks here, gives a creature indestructible. No, I don't think it's worth it. Just say go. That's fine. We can exile it. Let's just get this out. And then we're still fine taking 4 again. We can exile and then keep the 4-3 around. Loses a dog, I have to assume. And then by blocking here, he can just give it indestructible of the Selfless Samurai anyways. And again, we're not really in a hurry to do anything. Should have held on to this because he could have like a Imperial Oath stuck in his hand next turn. Could chump with it though, but probably not since we have a second Kami in the deck. I guess he might be forced to discard anyways, I'm not sure. But we'll just take 4. But I forgot the opponent didn't have a card in hand, so definitely a misplay. I should have I guess he would play this card out anyways. So rip Hotshot Mechanic. And now we can just exile the Sunblade Samurai. And then hold on to removal, attack for 4. I guess we just might as well kill this because he can give his creature indestructible, and we might as well just attack, fall, and take it from there. And then he needs to top deck a dragon or a big bomb. And there's the Imperial Oath, okay. So it's still going to take a while. I could still attack with the Geothermal Kami, and he still has to lose 2 creatures in the process. Whereas the Kami of Terrible Secret probably wants to stay back. Searchlight Companion isn't the worst either. And then hopefully we draw a Dockside Chef or something to take advantage of these artifacts that are laying around. Alright, that's fine. We have another Kami to bounce us back as well. And we can still attack here. And have a good blocker. And yeah, might as well play out land. Hopefully no Sky Turtle. Reality Chip, unfortunately he won't be able to equip it. And then, yeah, we just keep drawing too many lands. So, yeah, the land issue is a problem, but now he can equip and then start playing out his stuff off his library. So, yeah, just a bit of Flood is bad in matchups like these. And the opponent was just managed to top deck Imperial Oath to scry and get some gas going. So, yep, this is not going to be easy. So he probably has a spell that he can't cast here. Geothermal Kami on Animist of Night's Reach isn't bad. But first things first, let's attack. And then there's a chance he still double blocks, loses 2 tokens, keeps 1 around, and then we can still bounce the Animist to make him sacrifice his token. I guess he can cast spells off his library, so he could have an instant here to be kind of annoying. But I'm hoping he double blocks this. Just takes it. Alright, I mean, we're still going to bounce it regardless. And maybe eventually he won't, the card advantage from him won't save him. Gets a land, so that's fine. Hopefully nothing scary. Springleaf Avenger is a scary card. Weaver Harmony is pretty powerful. So next turn he can just sack a token. So this is going to be a... So what if we attack with all? What happens? He kills my 4-3. He chumps the other 4-3. We're guaranteed to hit him for 1. He chumps the other 3-4. We get him down to 2. Doesn't seem like it's worth it. I think we just attack for 1 and say go. Otherwise, the Springleaf gets to attack and bring back a permanence from his graveyard, which is not what we want. So we just kind of have to get lucky here. Did the opponent accidentally do something here? Or he's just trolling me? Wow, decides to concede. What happened? I guess he missed on his spell. I don't know. That was kind of awkward. He could have won that matchup if he just like top decked 2 spells and played it out there, because it was still been a very long game for me. But yeah, card advantage is important. So it's nice to have seasonal renewals and more ways to grind. All right, 2 and 1. Let's keep this up. Not sure the Virus Beetle would have done anything in that matchup, to be honest. The one that accidentally played out. Since he was playing out spells anyways. Alright, seems like an okay hand. Yeah, we'll keep. Fine running out the Virus Beetle on 2. I'll keep a Raid Reckoner so opponent knows what's up. I could also just play out the Kappa Tech Wrecker to exile this, to be honest. Since the 2/2 Menace can be a bit of a bit annoying, so yeah, let's run it out. And we do have a second one we can even loop back if we want to. Yeah, the 2/2 Menace is annoying. And they already got a life drain on it already, so I don't think they have any removal spells on turn 2 that can handle this. They could make a chump blocker, perhaps. Inkrise Infiltrator, yeah, sure. I guess we can lethal exploit this. Yeah, let's just attack here. And then we'll just exile, I think, the Raid Reckoner, since the 2/2 Menace is annoying. And we have a second Koppatek Wrecker. And the funny thing is we can loop these back over and over if the opponent isn't careful. Or even bounce the Circuit Mender to draw a card. But kind of like the whole loop-de-loop shenanigans we can do. So next turn if it goes unblocked, alright, just the Era of Enlightenment. So if he stays back here and I get a green source, another land, I can kill this and then attack and then get the other one out. That can be kind of fun. Alright, and I think I will do that right now. It's only single black. Yeah, let's kill this Inkrise Infiltrator. And then might even see the opponent concede here. Watch this. The cute combos you can do in this set. This is why it's the Mythic Uncommon. And then he constantly needs blockers here in order to hold this off. Searchlight Companion is fine, but we can still attack. So yeah, we could just attack first to see what's up. And then he's probably forced to chump the Koppatek Wrecker, otherwise I can just replay the other one and then get the Death Touch going. Yeah, I think I will. And I won't use this Death Touch counter. Or I could. Do I want to remove the Death Touch counter? Yeah, we'll decline. And we'll just run out Virus Beetle to make him discard. Good long reach of Knight first. But let's just move to combat and attack, I think. You could see a Wanderer's Intervention here. The trade here isn't the worst either. Decides to chump, so he could have a trick. Let's see what's up. Lethal exploits, so I could use the Koppatek Wrecker here to bounce a Circuit Mender to draw a card. But maybe it's fine just letting this resolve. Koppatek Wrecker dies. And then we can just play Long Reach of Knight. Sure. Yeah, I could Koppatek Wrecker here and draw a card, but I don't really want to since I just want to use my mana efficiently. And next turn he doesn't have to discard a card because he doesn't have any creatures. But I think the bug is still here, that he's kind of forced to discard either way. So yeah, in real life in Paper Magic, they don't have to discard a card, but given that there's this going on, they kind of have to. Discards a land so we can attack. I could also just play Harmonious Emergence, but I'm more happier playing the Emergence once I have my 5th land. So I think I actually attack here and then I ninjutsu the Koppatek Wrecker just to bounce this and draw a card. And I won't get rid of my Death Touch counter. And then if we get a land, then I can just replay the Circuit Mender. And if he kills this, that's also fine. And then we'll decline. Play land, run out the Circuit Mender. And if he makes us discard, we'll probably just discard Imperial Oath if he has a Virus Beetle. Opponent's probably studying us. I don't know. We'll hold on to the land again if they make us discard. He could also have a sweeper like Farewell, but he would need to play it for 6 mana, so I think it's fine just running this out and then just attacking. And the opponent just concedes. Okay, yeah. I don't think Black-White is very good in this format. I think you should avoid it. Blue-White, is more reasonable because you do have the ninja package along with it, like the Moon Snare Specialist, and then there's a Moth Rider Patrol in white that can grant a little bit of evasion, and then you can play a much more mid-rangier game with the Imperial Oaths at the top end. And if you were lucky enough to get the Prodigy's prototype, it's also quite solid since I did get to 7 with one of them with the deck. But it still can't beat the green decks, I don't think. So I think in this set, the decks you should kind of avoid are red-white for sure, red-green for sure, black-white, and blue-white to the lesser extent. And then everything else is kind of playable. Blue-red, black-red are good. Blue-black ninjas are great. Green-black, green-white, and green-blue are also good decks. So yeah, I say stick with green, stick with black, stick with blue the most, and then a bit of red. And yeah, white's some of the white decks. And then the only white deck I like is only the green-white deck. So I think white could actually be the worst color. Some people have been debating red, but then again, you can have explosive red decks, and the red-black sacrifice deck is quite powerful. Same with blue-red, but it's just like you don't want to be base white for sure in this format, I don't think. Unless you're green-white. Alright, Dockside Chef finally, we can play him out. Yeah, I'm fine playing him out on turn 1. It would suck if I top deck a Virus Beetle or a 2-drop, but I think it's fine maybe getting in that 1 extra damage given that these games tend to be grindy. So we're running out Dockside Chef. Or at least we can play an untapped land to use a removal spell. We could see a Voltage Surge here. And we do. Yep, alright. Rip. Green-red, okay. The opponent might fall for a trap. Ooh, Kappa Tech Wrecker. Alright, that's a problem, but we're fine just taking a hit from this. Hopefully he doesn't Season Renewal it back. Aki Ember Keeper we can kill. I'm not sure if I want to kill it now, next turn. But yeah, we can take a couple of hits, it's not a big deal. Maybe we just need to run out the Kami to maybe set up a Twisted Embrace, bounce it back, etc. I'm fine taking 2. And then if we'll see if the opponent tries a ninja in something or do anything suspicious, we can just kill end of turn or kill later. So probably fine using Lethal Exploit end of turn. Another Kappa Tech Wrecker, alright, sure. Opponent was probably debating, and then we'll probably just kill this. And then play out the Kami, and then set up a Twisted Embrace, although we need double black, so never mind. We'll just run out the Long Reach and then bounce the Geothermal Kami and take it from there. I guess he can hit me, he can hit and exile this, I guess. So maybe I was a little bit too quick, but I still get a card out of the deal. It's not a big deal. Yeah, I need double black for the Twisted Embrace. Alright, we got rid of the Seismic Wave, so Long Reach Knight is definitely going to get exiled here and hope there's no way for him to bounce back the Kappa Tech Wrecker. If he has a 3rd copy, that would be pretty annoying. Alright, so he doesn't have a... He might have one next time, so... Rip Long Reach of Knight. I wasn't thinking, but either way, I think maybe it's still the right play to do. Alright, we finally have double black, so I'm just going to round the Kami. This will hold it back to 1-3. We can always Twisted Embrace the other one. He has a removal spell, really? Alright, so this is going to be rough. I mean, at least the opponent's deck doesn't seem scary outside of the Kappas. But I would love a creature where I can latch the Twisted Embrace onto, actually. I guess another Kami isn't the worst. Yeah, we'll run this out. And then I'm fine running out land, Sigo. Use Twisted Embrace on the 1-3. And then Kami back to Twisted Embrace. Assuming he doesn't have instant speed shenanigans like another fight spell. Shattered States, alright, that's annoying, but I'm still not dead. Alright, we definitely want to kill the Kappa next turn. Harmonious Emergence isn't the worst, but I think we still get the combo going here. And then we can safely block the 1/3, buy back our enchantment next turn. And we don't want the ninjutsu another Kami, so I think this is fine. So do I attack? Probably not. Could always run an Imperial Oath, but I think getting value now is important, just in case he finds a removal spell later. And this way we can still gain 3 life and then stay back and sicko. So we just want to stall the ground, save this for a big flyer or a scary dragon, and we should be okay. Teachings of the Kirin is fine. The card's actually not that great. It's fine, it's very okay. Okay, we can just Imperial Oath and get some value, so yeah, sure. Just keep going wide here. Ooh, and these are all good. Yeah, I don't hate Virus Beetle, the Lethal Exploit. I will eventually give -3/-3. The Gloom Shrieker, we can even get back the Kami or the Darkside Chef next turn. But I think we're fine keeping these here. I just want to get the Virus Beetle value out first, so we'll just keep it on top like this. And then I can also just attack for 4, to be honest, since we do have enough blockers at this stage. So why not? We'll attack him for 4, not attacking the 3/4 because he can easily double block. I guess he can put a counter onto the Nameless Conqueror, but we can still block it, of course. And if it's trades, this is also fine. Tech Wrecker's okay, we can always kill that later. And then we'll probably just make him discard first to see what's up. I guess I can also Emergence here this turn. I guess I can Emergence attack and then Virus Beetle? No, we'll try that. Combat, attack for 4. And then probably see no blocks, I'm assuming. Yep, and then we can still make him discard. We're gonna again hold on to our Twisted Embrace. And then once we Twisted Embrace, we have Lethal Exploit for 4s. This Kirin Touch Orchi is not going to do much. Maybe see a Fate to Antiquity here. Alright, yep. Fair enough. So we probably just want to kill this and be happy. So first things first, yeah, let's Twisted Embrace. And then what do we Twisted Embrace onto? Probably fine on a 2/2, since this will trade anyways. I guess the Kami isn't bad. It can then start attacking, and that's quite nice, so let's just do that. He still makes a 1/1, I guess, but we're still fine to attack since we have Vigilance. And, yeah, we have some 2/2s to stay back. If the Kirin wants to attack, we can still block it next turn. So, yeah, the misconception is that red-green is the modified aggressive deck, but it's really just... I think you just want to be mostly green and splashing some red removal. It's really not a good deck, to be honest, so I would recommend avoiding it because red cares more about artifacts, green cares a lot more about enchantments, and they just don't mix well. So we'll just, I guess we'll double block this just to be safe. Exiles my Imperial Oath. And then we can even Gloom Shrieker to... This is so disgusting. Yeah, let's move to attacks. So we can kind of even go infinite with the whole Gloom Shrieker. So what we can do here is we can play Gloom Shrieker. I mean, I could get back to Virus Beetle if I want to as well, but I think I just want to have some fun. I mean, I guess I don't have enough mana to cast it. But it could be cool just to bounce back to Gloom Shrieker. So we'll do this. And we'll just run out to Searchlight Companion. And then the Kami can also bounce back to Twisted Embrace as well next turn. You could have the removal spell, the Seismic Wave, to answer all of these, but I guess the Seismic Wave also isn't great because it doesn't answer artifacts. So what it does is it deals 2 damage to target creature, so it can be an artifact or enchantment creature, and then 1 damage to all non-artifact creatures. So it does answer 3 toughness enchantments and 1 toughness enchantments, but not 1 toughness artifacts. So it doesn't deal with Virus Beetles or other Searchlight Companions, so kind of just whatever. So for a moment there, our opponent's deck seemed really scary, but yeah, he just played a bunch of dorky 2-drops that I don't care, that couldn't block well at all, and eventually we were able to survive the early game, and then just leverage our synergies. We can just get there and win. So overall speed of the format, I'd say it's mid-rangey, definitely kind of in the middle, but still on the side of the the controlling spectrum. So definitely a slower format. All right, we'll keep this since we have all of our colors. Don't want to run out my Shrieker on 2, but I'm still not going to mulligan on the play. Just hope to get our 4th land drops and maybe get some virus beetles going. Commune, alright, so the opponent knows what. Some people say this is the best green common, but I think, again, it's all mixed. As I say, we grab a virus beetle. Here's a virus beetle. Question is, do I run out a Gloom Shrieker on 2? I might just run out a Gloom Shrieker so we could potentially draw a card of a Kami and eventually use the Geothermal Kami to bounce us back. Otherwise, we won't be doing much. And hope the opponent doesn't kill the Gloom Shrieker. I could always Infiltrator onto this. I mean, I guess what we can do is we can always run out the Kami without drawing a card. And then Gloom Shrieker back once it dies. Seems pretty bad. I think we just... Man, it feels bad running out this Gloom Shrieker, honestly. I think we might just have to. The worst feeling is this, and then hopefully he doesn't kill it. And if he does, what happens, then we'll have to probably wait for another enchantment to run these out, or just run out the 3-4 and maybe be a little bit more aggressive. But otherwise, I'm not doing much. I can hold up a lethal exploit and answer this, and then hopefully wait for another enchantment, but then on turn 4, we aren't doing much. So I'm hoping he just taps out here, doesn't kill my Gloom Shrieker, and we just say go. And if he just passes a turn, I guess I want to attack first and see what's up, and then I can maybe respond to a lethal exploit if something goes awry. So let's just attack for 2 and then hope he doesn't have a Master's. And if he has a Master's Rebuke, we can punish him. If he has like something else, I don't know, we'll just run out of Kami and might as well. We'll see if he has it now. And if he has, then at least the 3-4 is out on the battlefield. Okay, just cycles Greater Kanuki, so that's a good sign. So we still get to draw a card here, and then we can still bounce the Gloom Shrieker back for the Geothermal Kami eventually. And we even have a Tamil's Epiphany next turn to protect ourselves, so not a bad turn. Satoru Umezawa. Alright, this card could be a problem, but we can finish it off with Lethal Exploit if we decide to attack. I can even make my creature indestructible. So this is very interesting here. I even have a Kappa Tech Record that can maybe sneak in to take out the Bamboo Grove Archer. So a lot of interesting things here. The annoying part about this Satoru is that the Inkrise Infiltrator is around, so if he tries to ninjutsu in something, that can be a problem. So now what? Let's say we attack with all. I guess I can still Lethal Exploit the 1-2. And then keep up the Tamio's safekeeping. If I attack with a 3-4, I guess I can give it an Indestructible. Take out the 3-3, maybe Lethal Exploit away the 2-4. This does, I guess none of our creatures are actually modified unless we put a Kappa Tech Record into play. So this is interesting. So I guess what we can do is we can attack for the Kami. If he double blocks, we can safekeeping, take out the 3-4, and then... No, that doesn't work. Yeah, that seems like a bad idea, so let's see. If I attack with the 3-4, he can double block, I can kill the 1-2, he has Satoru around still. I guess I don't mind trading this then. Yeah, let's attack with the 3-4. Do I attack with this Gloom Shrieker? He can easily double block it though. So I think we just attack with the 3-4 and see what's up. And I can still use Lethal Exploit to kill the 1-2, but Satoru, I guess I might want to save the Lethal Exploit for Satoru Umezawa. If no blocks are declared, I guess we could try to sneak in the Kappa Tech Record. Get a modified creature on the play. I mean, but that still doesn't kill Satoru Umezawa. but we still have protection and lethal exploit to take out the infiltrator. So, alright, so do I use the Kappa Tech Wrecker here to exile the Bamboo Grove Archer? I mean, it would be the most mana efficient thing to do, and we get back to Kami. So maybe it's fine. You could exile the Bamboo Grove Archer. And then, I guess we can keep us safekeeping and lethal exploits. He might be able to ninjutsu out something scary though, because all of his creatures gain ninjutsu. Yeah, each creature has a ninjutsu for 4. I mean, I can still chump Satoru Umezawa, but maybe it's best to just kill this Inkrise Infiltrator before he taps out, so I will kill this. And then we'll say go. And then we probably need to chump the 2/4 here, just so he doesn't do any other cheat out any shenanigans. Next turn we can still draw a card with the Kami and then keep up the safekeeping as well. So Virus Beetle probably just needs to go. Yeah, this card can be really scary. Because he can, like, imagine he's able to ninjutsu in like a 6/5, like the Katuni or something. He essentially gets to cheat out something really large, which is dumb. Okay, so the Guybot's also kind of annoying here, but at least he's doing it main phase. So what's gonna happen now? We'll say go. We could attack with the 1/3, but that doesn't accomplish much. I could Kami the Gloom Shrieker, but I think it's best to just play this first. And then keep up white mana, or at least... I guess we might as well play out land first. Doesn't matter, I don't think. Should maybe kept up black mana. And a Twisted Embrace is nice to answer Satoru next turn, so yeah, we'll say go. Keep up the safekeeping. And then we can Twisted Embrace, killing Satoru Umezawa. Opponent might spend his whole turn just to draw a card. And we also have a protection spell to protect our creature. And we might want to Twisted Embrace on maybe Kappa Tech Wrecker. Not sure here. There's a lot of things in this game, but this needs to die. I guess we can always Geothermal Kami back to Twisted Embrace. So let's see if the opponent uses a removal spell. If he uses a removal spell, do I care? Like, we still have Twisted Embrace and Safekeeping next turn. So he's going to season back those 2 cards. Okay, so we probably want to bounce back the Twisted Embrace in our hand. And he can still play out the Inkrise Infiltrator, although he can't ninjutsu it. So he's probably going to draw a card end of turn, which is what I'm assuming. So the question is, do I actually kill the Guybot, or do I actually kill the 2/4? Chef is also interesting as well. So he can just keep drawing cards for the Guybot. Okay, we definitely want Twisted Embrace onto the Kami, unless we are... I think this is the scarier card in the long run. He still draws a card off of this dumb card, but at least we can attack. And then, yeah, I probably want to just put on the Kappa Tech Wrecker so it can attack. So let's go. And then we can still protect our creature with the Tamiyo Safekeeping. Yeah, let's just kill Umezawa, and then we can attack with everyone, with these 3, I think. Maybe should have, no, it has to be double black, so we can attack with these 3. Get a little bit more aggressive. Opponent gets to draw a card. We can still keep up safekeeping. And then he runs out the Greater Tanuki. We can always bounce back to Twisted Embrace and take it from there. Behold the Unspeakable, that's a good one. Well, luckily he doesn't have mana to draw a card, so he needs to, I guess he's just using this to buy a turn. Alright, the Infiltrator, that's fine. But none of his creatures have ninjutsu. So we're probably just going to take 3 here. I mean, he can easily attack here. We'll say go. Reckoner Raid isn't bad. But we probably just want to run out the Geothermal Kami here. Bounce back Twisted Embrace. And then I could run out the Chef, but we're probably going to use Twisted Embrace next turn, so let's just run out the Akiba Reckoner Raid so we can put his life total pretty low and eventually just kill him. And then say go in next turn we can Twisted Embrace, taking out his Crater Tanuki if he plays it out. And then we can maybe go for some sort of all-out attack and win the game that way. Yeah, I think the Twisted Embrace is better than the Ink, the Assassin's Ink, because of this synergy going on in the set. So I think you actually take the Embrace over the Assassin's Ink. Interestingly enough. So next, if he passes the turn and does nothing, this implies he might want to just draw a card with the Guide Bot and keep up the Ink Rise Infiltrator activation. So he probably might want to Twisted Embrace on the Kami to make it 4 power, so if he decides to pump, both of these can still attack, and then the Menace creature can also attack. So this is interesting here. He could also hold on to his own safekeeping, which can be kind of annoying. So yeah, if he has his own safekeeping, we could be in trouble. I guess the opponent's playing the draw here, but he does need to tap it. Okay, 4 mana, so interesting. So 5. A Blossom Prancer, that's a good one. He might use it to gain life. I'm hoping he doesn't have his own safekeeping again. I think the only way we can actually win is if we take this out and go for an all-out attack next turn. Gets a Fang of Shigeki, that's also a good one. I guess we still have the safekeeping here to protect whatever happens to us. Shigeki, alright. So we run out land. So how do we do this? We probably want to Twisted Embrace. So we Twisted Embrace in this turn. These two can still attack freely. If we take out the 4/4, we probably need to use the safekeeping on the Death Toucher. So we probably want to enhance one of our small creatures, maybe the 1/3, so it can attack past the Ink Rise Infiltrator. So I think we do that. And then we use this on the Prancer, I have to imagine. And then, do we send in all? If we send in all, what happens? He can chump the 4/3 here. I guess he can chump the 1/1, but that's fine. The 1/1 can die. I mean, let's just do an all-out attack, I think. And then we probably want to use safekeeping to protect one of our large creatures here for an all-out attack next turn. His Behold the Unspeakable will also be kind of small, so yeah, I think we use a safekeeping this turn, run out the Dockside Chef. And then he needs to at least block the 1/1 here to survive. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, if he doesn't... Yeah, he needs to at least block the 1/1. He'll be down to 1 life. And then we can maybe just go wide enough to kill him. Alright, decides to do that instead. So you probably want to take out the Guide Bot. And then the question is, do we save the Kami or do we save the 4/3? I think we save the 4/3. Because it's just a bigger body and hits harder. And then at 3 life, we can still run out the Chef. Next turn, we can do an all-out attack. If he blocks one of our creatures, we can sacrifice it and get some value. And hopefully we top deck something good. Inventive Iteration. Okay, that's annoying. Let's see what he bounces. The Tech Wrecker. I mean, that wouldn't be bad. I mean, I don't think he has any good creatures to bounce outside maybe the Chef. So opponent needs to be careful on what he bounces here. Because I'll be able to ninjutsu the creature. Yeah, if he bounces the Kami, I can just get back Twisted Embrace or rebounce the Akiba Reckoner Raid to drain him. So, opponent's in a rough spot here. I think his best choice is the Dockside Chef. But then I can still attack with all next turn and put him down and kill him. Unless he has a second follow-up. But the opponent has these nice blue rares here. Vision, Behold the Unspeakable, kind of the best blue uncommon. Okay, Tech Wrecker, so... So if he runs anything out, the Vision also loses power and toughness. Luckily it's a Jukai Preserver, so that's a good one. I probably need to ninjutsu in the Kappa Tech Wrecker. So yeah, he has some decent blockers. This can trade. I guess we have the Menace creature to also ninjutsu. So I think this turn we have to definitely attack here because this inventive iteration is going to become a problem. So let's move to combat, and I think we just attack with all. And he can't block everyone, so the unblocked creature we can ninjutsu and get value off of. So this gets blocked, that gets blocked, and then Chef gets blocked. So what happens now? This has Menace, so he can't double block it. So he's going to block like this. That makes sense. So let's see here. Before damage, we want to ninjutsu the Gloomshrieker, right? And we want to pay double green at least. Exile the inventive iteration. And then we can also use Gloomshrieker to get back a permanent, so that's really nice too. Yeah, he can't block this because this has Menace. So his opponent's deciding whether or not he wants to do this. Okay, so he wants to do that. We can put the Vision of the Unspeakable first, right? And we probably want to ninjutsu the Virus Beetle. So we can use it to discard, so we'll ninjutsu. Virus Beetle. And then I probably want damage to happen because, like, if I sacrifice this, he gets to block next turn. So I think we just let damage happen here. And then we want to use the Death Touch counter, remove this before he draws a card. And then we will happily play out Virus Beetle and then make him discard, and we can just kill him next turn. And we can even keep up the activate ability from stock side shift, so yeah, we should be good. So it's just all these powerful ETB effects in this format that makes removal a lot worse than it is. And then if he plays a 6/5, we can just attack with all, and then sacrifice whatever he blocks, and we should be able to win the game. And then we can even draw a card off of this. So Chef is actually not bad, even outside of a black-red deck. Just a solid role player. And a powerful uncommon in the right deck. So yeah, number 10 Mythic. Hopefully we don't have to face against Sam Black or any of the other top limited players that are prolific streamers and great Magic players. Alright, 5-1. Really fun games. I can't wait to do a second draft after this. Alright, Dockside Chef. We're probably fine just running Dockside Chef into Virus Beetle, although, yeah, I think it's okay. We'll keep this, and then we don't have to play the tap land. We should have enough mana to play it later and be fine with it. Hopefully we don't get punished. And we can still keep up maybe green mana and safekeeping the next following turn. Disruptor. Alright, we'll just run out the Virus Beetle, I think. Next turn we can play tap lands, and then keep up the safekeeping as well. Or sacrifice the Beetle even end of turn. Yeah, the ninja deck can be scary, but you can just grind the opponent out if they have nothing. So luckily the opponent didn't have any interaction, but the only reason why I didn't play Imperial Oath there was because I wanted to keep up the safekeeping. Here I could just sacrifice the Virus Spiel and draw a card. I think it's okay. And then next turn we can still keep up the safekeeping along with Imperial Oath. Geothermal Kami is nice too. We'll just say go. And then we can even play Long Reach of Night to keep making him discard, but maybe Imperial Oath is fine. We'll just take it slow and we can still keep up our 1-mana trick. Lethal Exploit to answer the flyers in bad, and we can bomb all the lands. I can even attack here, but there's really no need to. We can just play a long game. Yeah, but the game was scary earlier when he had the Silver Fur Master. But luckily we traded off and we kept up the safekeeping, so... Containment Construct, so if he discards, he gets to... I guess, yeah, the Containment Construct is bad against my Long Reach. So I might actually need to kill the Long Reach, kill the Containment Construct here before I play Long Reach. Which I will happily do so, because he can just play it. So, I think I get rid of this here. And then I just play Long Reach of Night. And then see if he wants to discard his card. And we can still gain 2 life off of Tamo, we can still gain 2 life off of Geothermal Kami. Eventually we can just grind the opponent away. And then if he sacrifices a creature here, we can attack for 4 or a ground creature, so... Opponent's in a rough spot. Does he discard his removal spell? What does he do? And Tamiyo's Safekeeping can also give a permanent hexproof, so keep that in mind. It's really interesting. Alright, now we can attack for it with a 4/5, so... So opponent needs to start sandbagging cards. Yeah, it's probably a very important card that he doesn't want to discard. And his Kami doesn't draw many cards, but just a fine body. So we'll just keep taking 1. And then, yeah, we can even bounce this back next turn if we want to. Ooh, Twisted Embrace. Yeah, that's really gross. Okay, so let's see, I can Kami here. Or I just Twisted Embrace. Yeah, Twisted Embrace and attack isn't the worst. I mean, I think it's much more fun to maybe... Yeah, I think it's much more fun to get back to Long Reach of Night. Just this way it's safer for us to gain some life here. There's no 2-mana counter spell except Essence Scatter here. Essence Capture, and that's double blue. And then there's the 3-mana Wishcoin Crab, but I can still pay for it. I don't know that crab. I forgot what it's called. It's a card that I don't ever want to first pick or ever play in the set. And it's nice because we can even stock our tokens for value of the Dockside Chef. And this deck is really fun. Yeah. Yeah, good luck Network Disruptor. And yeah, now we can use our safekeeping. Maybe I didn't have to use it, honestly, since maybe I needed to protect the larger creature, but it's fine. Yeah, you can't really beat the insane green decks in this format if they're able to just go off over and over, so... Just advice for some of you out there who want to win your Friday Night Magics or your tournament. Yeah. Maybe I need to keep my information more confidential. But if anyone is curious enough to explore, here's your reward. Alright, so one more win. and then we will do a second draft. And hopefully we can do another dirtily green-black deck. Alright, opening hand. Seems okay. We have Tech Wrecker. Maybe we could just run out. And then we have a safekeeping to maybe protect it. I'll try it. I think every single game we basically never kept our opener. And we had the mulligans, so we'll try something new. Green-white. Alright, Terrarium. Find a land. Hopefully he doesn't have a way to kill my Kappa Tech Wrecker. So I could always wait an extra turn so I have extra. I can keep up the safekeeping, but I do just like to curve out here. So we'll run out the Tech Wrecker. And then not sure if I want to kill this with my Tech Wrecker or trade or I guess a fight spell happens. We can still run out Circuit Mender, yep. And we can eventually get this back with maybe a Gloom Shrieker. So I wasn't surprised to see that. And we can just curve out, take it slow. I could even trade here, which I don't mind, to be honest. Preserver, alright. Puts a counter on self, makes sense. And then, yeah, we can just run out Harmonious Emergence and then just take 4 and be okay. And just maybe stay back all day, eventually get the Imperial Oaths going. I guess the opponent can start putting counters with the Terrarium as well. But maybe we can set up a double block and use the safekeeping. Ooh, Skyblessed Samurai. Alright, that's a problem. Alright, I guess we will just play land and say go, and then maybe if he attacks with 4-4, we can at least double block it. But the flyer is going to be a problem. We need to find our Twisted Embrace. Ooh, Fade is nice since this is an enchantment creature. Alright, we'll take the turn off to Fade and keep up the safekeeping. Just don't want to take excessive damage. Could also see his own Tamiel safekeeping. But this is fine, and we'll just say go. And I guess I don't need to use safekeeping if he decides to put a counter, because I can just double block it and trade this off, which I'm okay with. But if he has a trick, then we can protect and be okay. So I'll probably just see the Terrarium on the 4-4. Alright, sure. Can I still block it? I guess I can't, because I don't have enough power, so we'll just unfortunately take 5, and then next turn we might be able to get away with blocking it, or quad blocking it. Disciple's fine. But we'll eventually just grind the opponent into dust. So let's play our land, play out the Imperial Oath, and we can still keep up the safekeeping. And then we'll bomb all these lands, so all that value. And then I could just trade a 2-2 for the 1-1, and then, yeah, I guess we can just put every creature in front here. If he puts it on the Golden Tales Disciple, that would be pretty interesting. Alright, doesn't decide to put on the Preserver. I mean, I can play the long game. I think I'll outvalue the opponent eventually, unless I flood out completely. But we did bomb just 3 lands. And now we have Lethal Exploit that can give -3/-3. Do I play out my land here? There's no discard effects unless he's splashing black. So I'll run out of land and just say go. No need to rush. Okay, so I can give -3/-3 twice. Still doesn't seem like it's worth it. We'll just say go. Just hold up our removal, our interaction in case something else goes awry. So decides the Master's Rebuke here. How do we respond? If we double lethal exploits, we don't kill it. So we probably just want to use the safekeeping now to protect it. And if he has anything else, we can still lethal exploit to shrink it down. So just gotta wait until the opponent runs out of stuff. And then I'm fine trading off a 2/2 for this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we should still be fine. Another Fang, sure. Assassin's Ink is nice. Alright, we'll say go. Again, no need to rush. Just take our time. Teachings of the Kirin, that's fine, we can kill. And then I'm hoping, I mean, I could also have him waste his counter next turn if he decides to put it onto the Jukai Preserver. So, yeah, we'll just keep saying go here. Gloomshrieker is nice. Can get back Kappa Tech Wrecker. So, yeah, sure, let's get back Kappa. And then we can even sit around with Kappa all day, or just pass the turn and hold on to it. I think we're fine maybe holding on to it, in case we want to do some ninjutsu shenanigans. I'm fine with this. And then we also have Assassin's Ink to answer it, so... Bearer. Alright, we might want to kill that before it starts loading counters everywhere. I could also just run out the Kappa just to have a -4/-4 lethal exploit as well. Yeah, we can punish him multiple ways, so we'll move the blocks. Block here, and then before damage we can Assassin's Ink the 6/8. So what we can do is we can kill, and then we can just give him the good game here by giving him -4, -4. Alright, sweet. Yeah, the Q combat tricks don't work in this format as well, guys. Just keep that in mind. Eventually, even if you're able to keep a big creature around, Imperial Oath, large creatures, and then sagas like Long Reach of Night will eventually just grind you out, so don't try to get too fancy unless you're drafting red. Then you can use all the combat tricks and all-in strategies to steal games, but not with a green-white deck. Right, not bad. 7-1, rank 7 Mythic. So, one moment here. Just take a good snapshot, add this deck to our collection, do a quick overview, and then we're gonna do another game in a moment here. Sorry for the background noise. Alright, so yep, double Imperial Oath. Only didn't cast. Well, usually in some matchups only cast a 1, but never managed to cast it twice in the same game, so that's interesting. Kami, of course, if you have the Virus Beetle, is really nice, since in green you're always going to have enchantments, so you don't have to worry too much of having an enchantment and an artifact out at the same time. It kind of does happen. It takes a little bit build around, but not by much. So definitely don't sleep on Kami of Terrible Secrets. It's definitely not the same power level of Virus Beetle, Reckoner Raid, or the Twisted Embrace, but still can be in 4th place along with the Lethal Exploit, which is also a fine removal spell to have access to. Long Reach is great. Assassin's Ink, not as amazing in this format, but still fine removal if you need it. But I still think Twisted Embrace could be better because of the synergy you can do with Geothermal Kami. Harmonious Submergence has a 5-drop. One Fade was nice, and then the Searchlight. Didn't see the Dockside Chef too much in our matchups. I was expecting this to not get answered in some of our games, and we were able to just go off and just sacrifice our Virus Beetles or our big creatures for value. But still, I think it was reasonable in that pack to pick it up over the rest of the other cards. But really solid. That one safekeeping in our green decks definitely helped out a lot. But this is cool. And then we're just going to fire off a second draft now. And then I'll probably just do the packs in the once we finish this second draft, since it's just going to use up too much time. So let's go. So yeah, the best decks in this format, mostly the green mid-range grind decks or the straight up blue-black ninjas deck. That does come together sometimes, but it's also kind of linear, just like the black-red sacrifice deck, which is also powerful. So green's a nice fallback color to be in, and then hopefully you don't end up white-black or white-blue, because those are colors I try to avoid, or white-red. I'm chewing on an apple, so alright, let me try to explain this as concisely as possible. Maybe it wasn't the right time to eat an apple, but we're going to take Kappa-Tech Wrecker. If Kappa-Tech Wrecker was in this pack, I actually don't mind just taking the Moon Circuit Hacker. Dragon Kami Reborn, even though green's a great color, and it has great sagas at common and uncommon, this is definitely one of the more unplayable ones. So you gain a bit of life, that's good, but you look at the top 3, you exile one of them face down with Hatchling counter, turn chapter 3, it's a 0/1 egg that needs to be sacrificed. Sure, you can chump block this, but they don't. If you're getting beaten down by a big flyer, it does absolutely nothing. And then you can only cast creature spells from among the cards you own in exile. And this only triggers when it dies, I guess. So even if you don't cast that creature, I don't know. I guess you can still cast a creature after this dies, but it's only creature spells, so it's kind of bad. Yeah, the second best card is probably, I don't know, the Moon Circuit Hacker here. There's also Preserver, Many Journeys, Gravelighter is okay, but I would second pick Moon Circuit Hacker, but not over Kappa-Tech Wrecker, the Mythic Uncommon. Alright, Tejuro Umezawa. The Life of Tejuro Umezawa is also considered one of the best uncommons in the set. Honestly, I just think it's a good card. I don't think it's at the level of Kappa, Blossom Prancer, or some of the other uncommons or rares. But it's a nice way to punish 1 toughness in the game. Gets you some good attacks. And worst case scenario, it's 4 mana. It's you gain 4 life and get a 2/3 down. That can make your instants or sorceries cost 1 generic cheaper. So still a good card. I don't think it's like a Mythic Uncommon like some people say it is. At common, we have a Search Spirited Companion, Voltage Surge, Season, Master's Rebuke. All fine playables. I think my second pick here would actually be maybe between Spirited Companion and Master's Rebuke. Maybe just take Master's Rebuke to stick with green to have a good fight spell my Death Touchers, but I think the Life of Tejuro Umezawa is just the strongest card overall, so we'll take it here. Alright, Jukai Naturalist is interesting. There's also a Master's Rebuke here as a fine fight spell. I don't think these 2 cards. I guess we can still be in black if Kumano faces Kakazan. Network Disruptor if you want to be more slightly towards aggressive blue decks. But I'm down to just maybe just take a Master's Rebuke because I'm not sure if I want to be in white-green yet. Definitely a good early 2-drop to play if you want to accelerate and get your stuff going. But I think Master's Rebuke still keeps us open. It's single color. We can easily be blue-green, we can easily be black-green, and hopefully we don't end up in red-green, but white-green is also solid. So I think we just take the fight spell here and stay open over taking the Naturalist. Even though this could just be the best card in the pack, we could actually just take this and maybe speculate. I don't like Splashing Life of Tejuro Umezawa. I think this is a card it's not great in the late game. It's better in the early game. Yeah, let's just take Master's Rebuke. I could be wrong. Alright, Machiko's Reign of True, although we're probably just going to take Blossom Transfer. This is also the other Mythic Uncommon in the set. That's almost at the same power level, or close to the same power level as Kappa-Tech Wrecker. Invoke Despair, good card. If I'm getting it late and I'm heavy black, I would take it. But I'd still take Machiko's Reign of Truth, the best white uncommon, and Blossom Prancer any day over it. But I'd still take it over maybe the commons here. But Blossom Prancer keeps us in mono green, and definitely one of the better uncommons, so we'll take it over Machiko's Reign of Truth, which, if Blossom Prancer wasn't in this pack, would have been my take, and maybe I would have regretted passing up the blue-white card. Alright, this pack sucks. Just take a Tamio Safekeeping. Never wrong to have our first copy. The other second best card here is probably just a Brute Suit. Pretty good if you have the multiple Okiba Raid Reckoners to give this menace. Definitely one of the better vehicles at common, but still not a high priority. And then Tawashi Gaibot is interesting. But I don't hate just Commune with Spirits if you're in green. Like, you should have enough value. You don't have to just keep up the mana activation all the time. Still a solid card. Like in the late game, in these board style matchups, it's nice to have an ability to just keep activating over and over if this doesn't get answered. So removal is still important in this set, but don't prioritize it as highly. Make sure you take the threats over the removal first. But I'm still going to take Commune here. Commune is great in any green deck. And then I guess if we end up green-whites, between Era and Golden Disciple, Era's nice to get some value. The Scry 2 is nice. The 2 life is decent, and then you get a 2/2 first striker. So, yeah, the Golden Disciple can be more annoying if you have more counter synergies going on. But I still think we want rather have the 2-drop first if we end up green-white, so I'll take it. Okay, late Moon Circuit Hacker. There's also the Malicious Malfunction, which I don't hate in a black-white-green control deck. Which is actually a pretty solid playable that not a lot of people pick up. But I still think Moon Circuit Hacker is the better card here, and there's still outs to be maybe blue-green. So, yeah, blue-green is also a very fun deck to be in. Usually the dichotomy of green is that it's controlling and blue is aggressive, but for some reason it still pans out since the blue commons are just so powerful. But we'll take a Moon Circuit Hacker. And then, yeah, in case we still end up blue-green, don't mind a Tamiyo's Completion as a fine removal spell. And then Bamboo Grove Archer, although Spirited Companion is probably just a better card anyways. I'm fine taking the more narrow choice because it's just such a better card than Bamboo Grove Archer. If we end up white-green, it just has so much good synergies that I'm going to take it over to Grove Archer. Might miss out on Grove Archer, but that's fine. We can even... This is not like a high pick usually, so I'm going to take the Spirited Companion. And then the rest of these are just kind of whatever. Prototype. Don't think I'm ever going to play this. I actually like the Trespassers in the blue aggressive decks, the one that you can channel at 4 mana to instant speed, tap something down, keep it untapped the next following turn card. And you can also cast it as a 3/5, I think. The Supply Trespassers is a fine, solid addition in the blue aggressive decks. But Prototype is pretty bad. So we can be green. We are for sure in green, but we don't know what our secondary color is. But yeah, maybe the Jukai Naturalist was a better choice over Master's Rebuke. Just take another Commune here. Don't like the Unforgiving one, even in the even if we have some modified going, it's just not that great. And it barely even gets an attack off. Like 2/3s, like a 2/3. This is actually playable if as a 1-of in the best out of 3 matchup, but it's not what we're trying to do. The Kuchi Shadow Walker is kind of cute too. We even got Tamiyo Safekeeping, so not enough respect for green still in this stage in the format. Alright, I do like this Spinning Wheel Kick. This card is quite excellent. If we can get to the late game, sometimes this is just a powerful 2-for-1. I'm going to take it here over Naomi, which is also a pretty splashable card, and Fang of Shigeki. Hopefully we can pick up one later. But yeah, this card is actually really good, so don't sleep on it. And if you get to 8 mana, yeah, you 3-for-1 them. And since there's just not too much instant speed interaction in this set, and then if you have the mana to keep up the safekeeping, it gets even better. So I'm going to just stay mono green, take the best card for us here. And then hopefully we get a Fang of Shigeki, or if we're lucky enough, we can get another Kappa Tech Wrecker to go along with it, since the Death Touch is relevant. But usually we should have enough big creatures that the Spinning Wheel Kick is going to be effective regardless. But we'll see. Alright, another Life of Toshiro Umezawa and a Twisted Embrace. Alright, interesting choice here. There's also another Master's Rebuke. I think it's still Toshiro Umezawa. This card is just really powerful. We already have a Master's Rebuke. I don't like them in multiples usually. We already have a Spinning Wheel Kick. Yeah, we'll take it over Twisted Embrace, I think. Just really solid. And we should have enough removal, I think, in this deck that we don't need to have the Twisted Embrace as much. So at least by taking the Rebuke, we're still kind of open here. So I don't see myself being blue-green anytime soon. Since I think white, black, green is just a better combination. Ooh, alright, Biting Pop Ninja is a nice gift. There's also Circuit Mender, which is great, but I do like the Biting Pop Ninja a lot. It's just a solid, you can just play as a solid 3/3 as with Menace, and that's already a threat and difficult to block. And yeah, you get 2 for 1 the opponent by essentially sniping a card in their hand. So I think I like it over to Circuit Mender. Circuit Mender is more safer and definitely a really powerful uncommon and probably just definitely the second best card in this pack. But playing Bomb Ninja is really powerful. Not the bomb level stats, but if we can loop it over with like the Kappa Tech Wrecker, it can be kind of disgusting. So we'll take it here. And I guess we're just now black green again, which I do like. Yeah, I don't mind Azusa's Many Journeys. Kami's Flare is probably the best card in this pack, but I don't think I want to splash for it. And then the rest of these other cards are just kind of filler. Journey can help us ramp up in the early game. Nice turn 2 play. Gains life. And wow, late Virus Beetle. Yep, maybe black is open from my left-hand side, but not as much on my right. I'm still happy to see this, so didn't get too punished by passing the Jukai Preserver here, but I still think maybe it was the right pick over the Master's Rebuke. Just take a Virus Beetle. And then do black-green again, the best 2-color combination, so didn't miss out on much by taking this Rebuke. And then Leech Gauntlet's okay. Could use a Season of Renewal in this deck. Yeah, this card's fine. 4 mana to Reconfigure is quite expensive. We already have a Shadow Walker, and I think we need a Season here just to help us grind in these types of decks. The Bamboo Grove Archer is pretty solid too as a nice blocker early on, but not in every game. It's not like we face against Flyers all the time. I think this is just more an important card to help against opposing green decks. And hopefully we pick up some more big green creatures here. Alright, I can take a Searchlight Companion, which isn't the worst. The Kami could be kind of cute with the Biting Palm Ninja and the Tech Wrecker, but outside of that, not every creature is going to be a ninja, so it's not that great. But Searchlight Companion can be okay. It can help us ninjutsu out the Kappa Tech Wrecker and the Biting Bomb Ninja. And this pack is just kind of whatever. Infiltrator, sure, I'll take it, but not excited to play it. I guess maybe black is open, but didn't see too many amazing blue cards, funny enough. So I have a feeling that the person to my left is actually in blue. But it's taking all the ninja cards with another color, maybe white or red, and just passing us all the black ninja cards, kind of. This card's pretty decent, but I don't think it's what we want. Hopefully we can take up some Kami of Terrible Secrets, since we have the Searchlight Companion and Virus Beetle now. Alright, I don't hate Naomi. Naomi is not Kami, but it's close, and it's a nice card to splash for. Yeah, I like this card a lot as a splash. I think in this format you definitely don't want to be black-white, but if you could help it. But if you end up green-white or green-black, you can splash this. So nice card to get. And then I think we take our Bamboo Grove Archer now over Second Master's Rebuke, just to diversify a bit. Yeah, I think it's okay. Usually, I like to have 1 copy of each of every green common in this set, and having access to a Bamboo Grove Archer isn't the worst. And I don't mind Greater Tanuki as well as a nice top-end creature, and a nice way to help us maybe fix our mana a bit, so I do like the Greater Tanuki now. And then there's a Sabai Trespasser I was talking about from the previous pack. This is a decent addition in the blue-black deck, of course. So hopefully next pack we can open... Ooh, Shrine Sword isn't bad. If we do find Twisted Embrace, it's actually a solid playable. So don't actually hate Shrine Sword. Although I'll probably put in the sideboard because it's one of the cards that I can see myself swapping out and not playing. But yeah, second pack gave us a better foundation of what we're looking for. So hopefully third pack we can pick up some of the juicy playables, like another Kappa Tech Wrecker, which I'll take over Twisted Embrace. Yep, we're going to get past all the Mythic uncommons, and now, yeah, having the ninja synergies aren't so bad. So, yeah, Bamboo Grove Archer doesn't attack, so it could be worse in this deck. So maybe should consider Second Master's Rebuke, but I think we should be fine still. Take a Kappa Tech Wrecker. And another Life of Umezawa. How much is too much? I mean, I guess I'll just keep playing all of them. I mean, I could just take an Ecologist Terrarium here. It's not bad, especially if I need a bit of fixing for Naomi. because I think 2 is enough. Again, I don't think this card is as busted as people think it is. Or maybe it is, I don't know. I mean, we do have fixing of Greater Tanuki already, and this is just kind of underwhelming. You know what, let's just take it. Screw it. Let's see if the people are correct that you should play a million copies of these. From my experience, I think it's just a good card. Imperial Ofu, Akiba Raid Reckoner, probably can't say no to that. Also wouldn't mind this at the top end, but gonna take Akiba Raid Reckoner, the best common. Yeah, this deck didn't look as solid as the last one. I could use some more 4s here. Geothermal Kamis would be nice. And again, the Kami of Terrible Secrets would also be nice in this deck as well. So there's probably multiple green drafters at the table as well. That's kind of cutting us off. But we did get past like a Blossom Prancer and last in the first pack, and the Master's Rebuke and the Jukai Naturalist. So I'm assuming that we should get rewarded here, unless the person to my right hand side just decide to make a hard pivot. And we'll take another Reckoner Raids. So they probably got the message that they shouldn't be the black drafter, and that's good. Yeah, I could use some fixing for this. I like Naomi in this deck. We don't have that many artifacts though, so it's just it also is kind of underwhelming. But the 5-mana 4/4 isn't the worst. I guess we can even include maybe the Shrine Storts, assuming we pick up an Aura to go along with it, so then it can improve the Naomi. So might maybe need to take up a Grafted Growth or something if we can't find a single. Okay, I could use a Kami. Ooh, Tail of Master Shijiro. Oh man, this is rough. Yeah, as much as I need my 4-drop, I think this is worse than Tails. Oh damn, there had to be an ecologist terrarium in this pack. Yeah, I mean, as much as I love a 4-drop and we do have 2 artifacts, it's not always guaranteed a hit. And I think just the Tales of Master Shishiros makes it more consistent. Yeah, I gotta take power over to fixing here. Again, we still have Greater Tanuki to help with the Naomi. And we'll probably have to take a Fate to Antiquity here, even though we have more removal than necessary. Seems better than Ancestor's Arrest, than a random 3-drop that I don't care that much about. Okay, yeah, I guess with double Okiba Reckoner Raid, a Brute Suit seems pretty solid here. We could always take a random Ninjutsu creature, but we should be fine in the early game with this deck. But I could see myself playing a Brute Suit because of Okiba. And then probably just take another Fade. Don't know if I need to play a second copy, since our removal is kind of covered. Take a random rare. The best card is like Moon Circuit Hacker. Yeah, this deck doesn't seem that consistent, honestly. It's lacking... Ooh, I could use a second Greater Tanuki. Alright, this is perfect. That makes the deck a whole lot better. So we have some fixing and some top end. I probably need to run double planes in this deck, in case I need to somehow cast the Tanuki and not cycle it for mana in the later games. We are lacking creatures though. 1, 2, 3, 4... I guess 5, 6, maybe 7. Ooh, Kami. Alright, I'll take a Kami. Right, I could see myself actually cutting one Life to Zero Umezawa here. Funny enough. Or I can cut Azusa's Many Journeys. Yeah, maybe Azusa is just worse than Life of Tajuro. I know it can help me ramp a bit, but it's not like it's giving me the extra mana. It just allows me to play a land quicker, so the Azusa's Many Journeys can go, and we'll test out the triple Life of Tajuro Umezawa to see if it's actually the Mythic Uncommon everyone says it is. I don't think it's a Mythic Uncommon, but I think it's just a great Uncommon. But, like, I could see myself taking, for example, Behold the Unspeakable over Pack 1, Pick 1. But, yeah, we're definitely going to play double Akiba. A Commune I can see myself not taking here. I'm not going to play double Plains. I'm not going to play 3 copies of the Plains, of course. Probably going to be heavily, slightly towards green a little bit more. I like the 1 copy of Safekeeping again. Like all my 2s, the Master's Rebuke as removal, Spinning Wheel Kick as removal. Yeah, we'll try 3 since we don't have that many 2s. This is fine. A copy of Season is nice, and I think we need to play the Brute Suits. Not only is it good of a Kiba, but it makes it more better for a Kami of Secrets to hit an artifact and draw a card off of, so I don't hate it. And then the 5s all look really good. Naomi has a good splash. Greater Tanuki could also be cycled on turn 3 or played out. So yeah, this looks good. So now what? I could see myself cutting Commune. What enchantments can we grab? We only have 8 enchantments. It does have a decent hit rate. We can get a Tanuki, Tails, maybe fix our lands better. It could also miss sometimes, which I hate, since not all of our creatures are enchantments, funny enough. They're mostly artifacts. Yeah, we don't have all that many enchantments, funny enough, so I can see myself not playing the Commune, honestly. Yeah, like most of it are just random normal creatures that it's not able to search out. It does help the deck, though. So what can be our last pick? And maybe another Fade, or we can maybe try the Azuzas here as an extra Saga, or even the Bamboo Grove Archer actually isn't too different from Azuzas. Since, you know, we do have some interaction with Fade, Spinning Wheel Kick, Master's Rebuke, some X1, X1, -1/-1 hates, but that's about it. Maybe we need something to answer a big flyer, perhaps. So maybe like we just throw in a Bamboo Grove Archer, because it's not too different from Azuzas. It's still a 3/3. We don't gain the life or ramp, but it still helps us stabilize the early game quite well. And always a card we can channel away to get back later with Season of Renewal. So maybe the Bamboo Grove Archer is just better than Azuzas. And then, I mean, there's also an argument for second Fade, of course, but again, I think one should be fine here. So maybe something like this. Yeah, so my argument for the green decks is always have one of each, one Fade, one Tameo. I do like the Commune, though, but yeah, and it does have some enchantments, but again, it's not like we need it necessarily. Let's just try this. And then, yeah, double planes, and then 8/7 seems fine. Although, we could use another swamp. I mean, we're not splashing for that much white, so maybe we can get away with 1 planes and just go 8/8 each. And then we still have double Greater Tanuki to find our planes. But there's the argument of having the second planes, because we might want to cast Tanuki. But even if we cycle this, eventually we can season it back in this deck. So I think it's fine. And then, yeah, I think this is okay. Maybe the Bamboo can go. Maybe I like the fact that Azuzas can attack. Yeah, maybe this can go, and we just want Azuzas because it can attack. It can be kind of awkward if we can't attack sometimes. Like, maybe we should be fine against the flying decks anyways, because we're able to just, we have a big reach creature here. Yeah, we have some power. There's a lot of flyers to have a lot of 1 toughness going on. The scariest things are the big flyers, of course, but we still have Wheel Kick, Rebuke still. So maybe it's fine. We don't have to worry too much. Maybe Azuzas is still a good play on turn 2 over Bamboo Grove Archer. Alright, I think we found our deck. Yeah, let's do this again. Or maybe I can cut out Life of Tajiro. But we'll try 3 of them to see if they're actually right, that we should actually be playing 3. I don't think so. Honestly, I think 2 is fine. But we'll see. It's just enough better than Fade and Bamboo Grove Archer, I'm fine. Just throwing 3. And it still pumps our creature and attacks, of course, giving us some decent attacks. I'm going to chew on an apple, so bear with me. Alright, no black mana. I mean, we're on a play, so we'll eventually draw into one. We have capital to play defense. I'll try it. The set's grinding enough, and we have a really good 2-drop that we should be fine just waiting it out. And the opponent also is playing black, so it's Hopefully not, which is a grindy color in this format. Even if it's black-red, we should be okay. Even if we draw nothing but green, eventually we'll get Blossom Prancer out. Infiltrator. Sure. Alright, black mana. I guess we can attack. I guess we can just run out the Biting Palm Ninja. I could ninjutsu this, but I think I just like having both on the battlefield, honestly. And it's highly unlikely he's just going to block this, so we'll decline and then just run out the Biting Palm Ninja for 3 mana. Like, it's cool you can loop these both together. And we can eventually do that once we get our Season of Renewal. But this is fine. That's menace, so unless... And then we can even pump it with Life of Toshiro Umezawa next turn if he sets up a second double blocker. Okay. So he might just stay back here. Brute Suit isn't the worst. So let's see here. If I attack here and he double blocks, giving -1/-1 doesn't accomplish much. I think we just want to give this +2/+2, right? Or give +2/+2 to the Kappa Tech. No, I think we want to spy on his hand. Let's give the Biting Palm Ninja +2/+2. Yeah. I could also run out Brute Suit and take it slow, but I think this is okay. And then we can attack for 5. And then I'm fine sneaking and losing the menace counter. And then I can take 2 from the 3. Okay, let's see. These are all annoying. The Virus Breed is probably the most annoying because I need to hit my lands. And having him make me discard kind of sucks. Next turn he can ninjutsu into Muktai Ambusher, which I'm okay with. I guess I can answer the Virus Beetle with the stinking Saga anyways. I don't know. I think Virus Beetle is the best card, so I might as well just get rid of it here. Play Lancigo. And he can ninjutsu into Ambusher, but then he goes down the blocker. And like also, I don't think this is an aggressive matchup, so I'm fine taking the extra damage. Yeah, he's probably going to sneak it in, but then I can attack with a Kappa Tech Wrecker. And then he might be forced to chump. Because I do want to exile this Muktai Ambusher. I guess he can replay the Inkrise Infiltrator. Well, I guess that makes sense. Alright, this is fine. So let's think here. Which one do we want to pump? We're definitely pumping here. I guess we can afford to pump the Kappa Tech Wrecker attack with the Biting Palm Ninja. And then if he double blocks, I can kill maybe the Flyer. Because I don't care about the Unforgiving one, and I do want to exile this. And he can always just kill my Kappa Tech Wrecker, so I think we do this. And yeah, let's attack with both. I'm fine trading off the Flyer here, it's just really annoying. And he can always pump the Flyer eventually, so this is fine. And I do want to exile this Ambusher. And I'm fine taking 2. He doesn't have any modified creatures. And we'll just run our Saga, run our Brute Suit, and we can even hit harder next turn. Alright. Life is pretty good. Life of Toshiro Umezawa, that is. Kunai, so he can crew this. No, he's just going to attack here, so he can't crew here. Opponent's just going to try to race us. Okay, yep. So, now what? I guess I can crew the memory and then pump it with the Life of Toshiro Umezawa to kind of try to race against him. And he doesn't have a way to crew this, so I can attack with both. And I don't plan on blocking the menace creature, so I think this is fine. We'll just try to be hyper aggro and force him to stay back. I don't know if this has to trigger first before my... I guess I want to stop on my upkeep. Because I want to crew first before I do this. I guess he can respond by killing whatever I try to pump. So maybe I just want to pump the Kappa here. I don't care if this dies. We don't have any Death Touch counters, so... This is funny. Yeah, I mean, he's gonna kill whatever I try to pump, so I think I just let it resolve. Since I have my white source, I don't want to give him an impression that he should kill my brute suit. So yeah, let's pump Kappa Tech Wrecker and force him to use a dagger on it, maybe. And I'm happy that he responds here. So now in response, I can also just crew the Kappa Tech Wrecker for value. And then I might find trading the brute suits. I think I'm okay. Since I do have Naomi to start attacking as a 4/4. So since I don't have any artifacts, I just want to main phase this. And then I'm fine trading off the suits. And then we have a 4/4 that just craps out 2/2s all day. So assuming that, I mean, let's think here. I guess if I don't attack, I can attack and make another 2/2 next turn. But then Naomi dies. But then he can double block it next turn anyways. I don't know. I think I'm fine sending in the 4/3. Or not. Maybe not. Nah, just send it in. It's okay. I lose it, but I still got 2/2 out of the deal, and then we should still be fine. Flat doesn't even block. Nice. Opponent misread. So now I get to attack and make a 2/2 next turn as well. So this card is great, but again, I'm not sure it's a Mythic uncommon. I guess I need to keep playing it with it more. Obviously, I think the best case scenario is if you take out a 1 toughness creature, or you have a creature that you're able to pump and get an attack in. But like, would I really take it over like Koyadai, the dragon? The 4-mana 3/3 with flash that gives the creature indestructible as long as you control it. Not sure. I'd definitely take it over to invokes and the restorations and whatnot. Maybe, yeah, maybe not over to green invoke. I don't know. I'm not sure. The green invoke is definitely really powerful. I don't know. Very interesting. I mean, I guess the data speaks the truth, because Life of 2-0 Umezawa is just definitely one of the top 10 cards in this set overall. So that's pretty crazy. Alright. This is the same situation that we had in the last game, where we had 0 black mana and we were on a draw. Again, with Kappa Tech Wrecker, I think it's fine keeping this. And our games are going to go pretty long and grindy. And there we go. Let's see if we get our black mana on time. Because I would love running this Virus Beetle into life, into Kami. And I guess we can't kill this anyways. Alright, we can at least run Searchlight Companion. Just keep taking it slow. And this is not an enchantment creature, so I can't exile it. I can attack into him and exile whatever enchantment he plays, though. But he's probably going to get value off of it because he can activate Suzuki to speed up the lore. So, very interesting spot here. So game plan might be to run out his weaker sagas first. Are people like afraid of this card? I mean, you shouldn't pass it. I could have also waited, just play a Searchlight, and maybe eventually ninjutsu it out to surprise him. That's also a possibility. Maybe I should have thought of that too. I do have a second Kopatech Wrecker in my deck, so. And the question is, do I attack? If I attack, you cut the Wanderer's Intervention. I don't know if getting him for 1 is a big deal. Because against a green-white deck, they're just going to gain a ton of life, so. I don't know. I also don't have any ways to protect him, so I don't know. Is the opponent really that scared? Come on, hurry up. It's just a game. Just a game. Maybe it's my ranking. Alright, we got our black mana. Let's just run a Searchlight and then take a slow. I don't think I'm attacking here. Next turn we can decide whether or not we want to run the life. And then set up a Kami turn as well. And I think I'm going to pump my 1/1 token. Because he could have the intervention again. Yeah, I guess I'll pump the flyer now. I guess if he has the intervention, he kills my flyer. I guess I just want to kill a 1/1. Never mind. We just want to kill the dog. And then if he keeps up this 2 mana shit, then he has the Wanderer's Intervention. And I'm not going to throw my Tech Wrecker in front of it. It's like this opponent thinks I'm the final boss or something. Maybe I am. Not sure. Yeah, I think we just attack for 1 second main life on the Spirited Companion. And then next turn Kami to draw a card, assuming this doesn't get answered. If he wants to use Intervention on a Searchlight Companion, that's totally fine with me. Then I can run out the Virus Beetle instead, so I don't want to main phase the life. Okay, enemy lets it resolve. Then we'll just life and kill a doggo here. Is he holding like full control forever? What's going on? It's nice that I can kill this, because if I kill this Suzuki, he can bounce it back, funny enough. So. And I like how this, I like how I use this Saga to answer a dog, because the dog drew him a card, but I'm still getting a creature off of it. So I actually, unlike a normal regular removal spell, let's just say, for example, they load up a bunch of counters onto this, and use a regular removal spell. The fact that I drew them a card definitely messes things up, so we'll see. So next turn, probably just pump the 1/1 Spirit. Wakami main phase, just in case. Yeah, Pump's probably sandbagging a bunch of enchantments or something, and he doesn't want to run it out into the turtle. It kind of makes sense why he's taking so much time. Yeah, let's just pump this 1/1 token. And I think, again, we attack first. I guess he could have a flying. Okay, decides a Master Rebuke a 1/1. Nice. Holy crap, I'm so glad I didn't target my Searchlight Companion. And I think we attack first. Again, same argument. We just want to attack first before you run out the Kami. And then we get to draw a card here, so. Alright, and we get a second life of Tajiro Umezawa. So hey, I guess the second chapter baited a removal spell. So it is probably a Mythic uncommon. Could see maybe the doggo here, the Greater Tanuki. Finally has an answer to Kopatech Wrecker. Befriending the mobs. Okay. So he's probably going to activate this to go to the second chapter, and then we'll probably see a Wanderer's Intervention, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Yeah, I could see another. I guess he could have his own Kappa Tech Wrecker here. Yeah, if he has an intervention, then I can pump the Kappa Tech Wrecker next turn, and only attack with the Kappa. Keep the Kami back, or he could have his own ninjutsu turtle here, which I don't care about. Or his Coil Fang Stalker. So he gets to deal a little bit of damage for value, but it doesn't do anything. Nice. Alright, we'll just congratulate him for getting up a normal ninjutsu creature out. Spinning Will Kick can kill something too. And this can also just block the 3-2 next turn as well. I think we're fine attacking and exiling this. What else? I can't really double spell though. Might want to hold on to his Virus Beetle too, because, I don't know, let's just attack. I could also cycle Greater Tanuki actually, because we're kind of getting stuck on mana here. So yeah, I could just cycle this and then play out the Beetle, I guess. I guess it will come in tapped, right? Yeah, it's going to come in tapped, so never mind. We're going to do it end of turn. And I do need to hit my land, so I'm going to cycle the Greater Tanuki end of turn. And we can still block the 3-2. And then this gets us closer to turn. I guess he can buy. Oh, it gets exiled, so he can't buy back the Saga. He might have a better Saga. He's sandbagging here. And he doesn't get to make a token. That's fine. Yeah, green-white looks pretty medium. I think we really need to splash and play like a million Imperial Elves to go over the top, or have some bombs. So Banther Sultai is a nice style to be in, but we'll search for our white mana here, because we desperately need to hit our land drops. So trading a creature for a land isn't the worst in this scenario. We'll keep a Reckoner Raid, so now what? We can hit for 1. We can play out the vehicle. We can play Umezawa. We can Spinning Wheel Kick, but that doesn't do anything. I guess we can make him discard his final card. Okay, I'm down for that. And we can even play Brutsu. Just, man discards Island. Wow. That's huge. That's really huge. I guess I could also Season this turn. Yeah, I wasn't thinking. I just clicked too fast. But getting the Brutsu down isn't the worst here, because I can step a Kiba Raid Reckoner, get the whole menace thing going. But wow, we made him discard the Island. That's huge. So if he has like a turtle or something, he can't cast it at the very least. Yeah, I guess the Brute Suit isn't bad, because if we get land, we can step the Spinning Wheel Kick and take out 2 of his creatures, probably the Suzuki and the, or maybe Coil Fang Stalker and the Suzuki here. Yeah, using Season on these 2 also isn't the worst. So, I don't know, we'll just price it go, and then maybe run something out and play Season. Opponent's just wasting my time, I'm assuming. I could just play Reckoner Raid and maybe Season. Get these 2 back, then we get to get all the value. Maybe the opponent's just AFK, doing other things, but that's fine. Yeah, we probably want to set up the Reckoner Raid, have Menace with this out first, and then end of turn Season Renewal, get back these 2. Then that way we can set up a better spinning wheel kick if he plays his own Tanuki. So we just need one more black source so we can maybe get out the Kami and play out another Okiba Regner raid. He could also have a Farewell in his deck, but I mean, I'm not going to play around it here. Roaring Earth is just whatever. It's going to be annoying with the Golden Tail Disciple, so I might want to kill that. Get back a creature, get back our enchantments. Could spinning wheel kick, because it gets annoying, but I can just run out the Greater Tanuki here, honestly. You shouldn't be able to attack past, and then this will set up a better spinning wheel kick instead, if something goes problematic. Subduer, that's nothing. I guess we can even cast 8, right? So I guess if we have one more land, we can spinning wheel kick for 3. So I guess that works. We can kill these 3 and then leave this back. Alright, we'll see. Land? No land, okay. Let's have some fun. Let's wait until we get an extra land so we can spinning wheel kick for 1 million. At the same time, let's just run out Naomi here. And then, yeah, let's just attack for 1. And then maybe wait one more turn before we annihilate him, so... Hopefully he doesn't have top deck like a Farewell. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then one more land is 8. So X equals 3, right? So 6, 7, 8, yeah. Land, please? Never a land. God. Can I just have a freaking land for once to have fun? Alright, we'll give the opponent one more turn. Alright, land is good. Don't want to run out of Souza's. Don't really care, we'll just run it out. Again, if he casts Farewell, we lose, but whatever. I'm just so bored. If I get another land, I'm not going to wait for X equals 4. Next turn, we're definitely going to pull the trigger. So this turn, he better has something. Well, remember Oprah Watcher to kill a 1/1, sure, I'll take that. I mean, he Master Rebuke to 1/1, so. Took him this long to finally find an answer. Come on, hurry up. I'm bored. Alright, we got. We probably just want to kill these 3. He can bounce back the enchantment, but that's okay. Yeah, this can only get back sagas from the graveyard, and can only return sagas or enchantments to his owner's hand. So it doesn't do anything. We can get rid of the extra 1 toughness. So yeah, let's just not waste time here. Why is it taking so long? Come on, dude. You know you lost, so stop wasting your time. Like, I would just concede if I was him. Like, no offense, but like, sometimes you just know when to concede. Or maybe people really do take that long to think. I don't know. Alright, number 5, Mythic. Let's try to get to number 1 or 2. But yeah, Abzan and Sultai are kind of like the combinations you could go for. When you're basically the best green deck is a base green black deck, of course, and then with maybe splash of blue, maybe a splash of white, or maybe just complete green black. You could splash red for maybe like Goblin Sniper, but like the other reds, or a Mirror to Fable Breaker, I guess. But most of the other red commons and uncommons, you're not really too excited to splash for, since most of the removal is kind of conditional because it deals damage, right? Rather than just lock something down or generate a ton of value. So it's mostly a green-black with a splash, or you can be green-blue with a splash, green-white with a splash. So it's mostly Sultai, Bant, or Abzan that you kind of end up when you draft green in this format. We could save Tech Wrecker for Searchlight Companion, but we'll see. I'm hoping he runs a 1 toughness creature so we can kill it. Okay, like a Network Disruptor, that's perfect. Sure. Yeah, we'll use the Toshiro to kill this, to prevent him from ninjutsuing. And then we can run out to Searchlight Companion eventually, and then we can even ninjutsu into Tech Wrecker to mess with an artifact that he might control. Prosperous Thief is pretty annoying, okay. Yeah, I guess we just gain 2 life here. I could just play this out as a blocker. Maybe Searchlight is fine, and I can chump the 3/2. I don't know. Chumping the 3/2 isn't the worst. I can also just double block this, honestly. Lose both. What's the worst case scenario? I play this as a Death Toucher. I don't know, I don't really want him to gain any treasures. He can use Suit Up or some dumb combat trick, but I should be fine. And then we have a 2/3 blocker anyways. Maybe I should just chump once and kept the flyer around so I can ninjutsu it. Maybe I should have done that instead. Probably see a Suit Up here. The opponent is targeting, so oh, he just lets it fall. Okay, alright, I'll take that. Okay. So, I guess another Tushiro Ume's. Okay. This is gonna get disgusting, guys. Watch this. So good. Yeah, this is just gonna totally wreck the ninja's dex day. I'm probably gonna cycle this Greater Tanuki next turn. Kami to get back his ninja, sure, that's fine. He still doesn't have a way to ninjutsu it into play, so... I guess he can do that next turn if I'm not careful. So, yeah, I probably just want to kill the 1/1 token. And then I guess I just run out the Kopatech Wrecker, right? Even though I do miss on my land drop, I can't really afford this 3T to go unblocked, so I'm just going to run this out. And then next turn we should be safer. I guess I should. Oh no! I thought I'd sack a green mana because I could have kept up maybe a Master's Rebuke. I don't. So unfortunately, we have to play the game of getting land screwed and just block this 3/3 here. So he doesn't ninja in his Prosperous Thief. Okay, that's fine. He still eats a card. And he might just hard cast this. Kami. Okay, Kami's not an instant, so I can't transform it. Yeah, we're probably just gonna end of turn, keep cycle Greater Tanuki and then keep up Master's Rebuke. I could just go for double green so I can cast the Blossom Prancer and hope I don't top deck the Naomi. Because we do need double green for Spinning Wheel Kick and Blossom Prancer. So I might get a little bit greedy here, actually, and not go for the plains. And if I Clawing Torments, that's fine. Okay. I guess we double block the 3/3 so he can't ninjutsu it. I'm fine with ninjutsu's the Prosperous Thief, but ninjutsuing the 3/3 is a no-no. So we'll double block here, and we could see him ninjutsuing the 4/5. Does he have another stupid trick here? Planar Incision. So it's going to return back onto the battlefield, and he gets 0 ninja, so I don't want to kill this. And I don't have Master's Rebuke to kill it at 3 toughness, so he can put a creature on top. Network Disruptor, that's fine. Question is, do I want to kill it with Master's Rebuke? Kill the 3/2 to prevent him from gaining a treasure? It's interesting here, actually. No, because I want to cycle the Tanuki, right, to get my land drop, okay. And I think this game I don't really need my Naomi, so I'm going to cycle for a Forest. Biting Palm Ninja, okay, so I guess I can attack and now ninjutsu a Biting Palm Ninja. Since I don't really want to Kami, and then by doing so I can still keep a Master's Rebuke. That's really awesome, let's do that. Hey, I have my own ninjas too. And maybe I should have kept up a single black so I could play to keep a Raid Reckoner. Yeah, let's get rid of this Menace counter, and then what do you want to tap? Oh, wow. Wow, wow. Nice. Nice. Oh, God. That was so sweet. That was so sweet. I'm hoping he didn't top deck a ninja. Alright, we just have to hope he doesn't top deck a ninja. I could also just chump here. I could just block and then finish this off. I think that's more important because he could get another stupid ninja. So I'm actually going to do this. Just to be safe. It is a 2-for-1, but again, I don't want to run into him getting back the stupid, his stupid spells, so... Alright, let's just do this, and then I guess it's Blossom Prancer GG, right? That's a nice gift. Go Shintai, punishes 1 toughness. I guess we can spinning wheel kick it for 2, right? Take out both of these. Might as well. And yeah, that's just game. Yeah, Life of Toshiro Mizawa providing the mana for spinning wheel kick. Wow. Yeah, maybe it is just a Mythic uncommon. It's kind of crazy. Like, it looks so unassuming, but, like, do you really take that over, like, a very good rare? I know you don't take it over, like, the Fable the Mirror Breaker, or the Iteration, or the Iganjo's Uprising, the white one, but there's definitely some rares I might take over, like a Biting Palm Ninja, for example. I don't know, it's crazy. But maybe it's just so early. I can make the argument maybe not taking Toshiro over those rares, because people will pass the Life of Toshiro Umezawa to you, because not a lot of people know what's up, or it's just an uncommon and you can get one later. I mean, get one more easily than a rare. But man, holy crap. Oh yeah, Biting Palm Ninja also exile. So I guess I didn't have to worry too much about that Kami. But let's just say he had another ninjutsu to ninjutsu back to his hand, then that would have been pretty annoying. So I think Masters rebuting the and 241 myself there was fine. Since we have a lot of late game and we also had a spinning wheel kick to mess with him anyway. So let's see, Kappa again. We keep having this on turn 2. I mean, this time I guess we definitely keep. Yeah, green, black are the best 2 colors, followed by blue, and then I think it goes red and white. White, I think, is last, because it's, again, more of a support color. And it just can't grind like green or black can in this format, unfortunately. Generous Visitor, okay. I'm down to get Crunky here. Let's just run the Kappa out. And then if he grows this, we can at least block it. Or exile any enchantment he plays. I guess we have Fate to Antiquity to do that as well. So probably don't want to attack here. Ooh, red mana. Okay, that's good. That's a good sign. He might just be playing an aggro red-green deck. Which, again, I'm not really I don't think it's correct doing in this format, but whatever. Sometimes you just run away with turn 1 Generous Visitor and the opponent draws nothing but lands. It happens. It's just a good 2-drop to run out into. It's kind of crazy. Just a Coil Fang Stalker? Wow, we just completely blanked his board. I guess I kill this now, ASAP. Or I can wait. Oh, this is a cast trigger. Yeah, let's just get rid of this ASAP. I'm not gonna mess around here. I do not want that loading up counter. Screw that. I'm not gonna waste my I'm gonna do the mana inefficient play and do that instead. You cannot allow this to stick around. This is like, yeah, green has just nutty uncommons, and this is one of them. I think you actually take this over Life of Toshiro Umezawa. I can see you taking that over the Black Saga. But I don't. But yeah. Does he attack here? If he attacks, he could have a trick, but it's still like a trade. Even if he has the 2 mana, give a creature +2/+1, it's still trade, so the opponent effectively still 2-for-1s himself. Yeah, we can loop these. If he gets an enchantment out eventually, just run out of Brute Suit. Yeah, opponent just can't do anything in this matchup. If he's stuck on lands and loses his Generous Visitor. I could just run out my second tech so I can keep smashing for 4. So this doesn't get to connect. And we have an extra blocker. And this also has Vigilance, so I can just recrew again if he tries to kill my guy. Roaring Earth. Okay, I can Antiquity that. So he's probably going to play a land here, make this into a 3-2, right? And then I guess I'm fine trading. Spinning Wheel Kick is interesting. But we're about to Spinning Wheel Kick for 2, so I don't want to do that. So maybe it is just to offer to trade and then fade this, play second Kappa. I think I'm down to do that. Yeah, he probably wants a trader because he knows he can grow his creatures larger. So this is fine, then we can cast Fade. And then we'll just run out second Kappa to set up maybe a 6-mana Spinning Wheel Kick. But it's funny how this card just completely blanks all the aggro decks. And forces the aggressive decks to stay back, otherwise this takes out their engine. I'm hoping he just double spells here. Maybe I'm fine, He could also have Springleaf Avenger. Ooh, okay, Twin Shot Sniper, that's fine. I'll take 2 to the face. Should I be worried of any ninjutsu creatures from green? I guess there's some. So I probably just want to stay back here and do nothing. As much as I like crashing for 4, I don't think this is the matchup for it. If I had another creature, maybe I'd crash in for 4. But I just drew a land, so I just wanted to play another spell and for me to just kill both. And take it from there. Shatter States? Ooh, alright. I guess he can untap it, right? That's bad. Alright, that's really bad. Oh, that's really fucking bad. Oh no, this is really bad. Okay. That's so bad. Nice. I gotta compliment him for doing that. Gets rid of my freaking vehicle. Alright, that's good, that's good. I'll take that. Alright, Virus Speed will make him discard. That's not bad too. He gets a pump and smash for 3. So I need a big creature to 2-for-1 him eventually. Yeah, if I had this earlier to chump the Kappa, that would have been way better. Oh my god. But now we get to make him discard one of his best cards in his hand. Ooh, loses the Borum. Alright, so do we block this? I'm hoping he doesn't have the stupid Springleaf Avenger. Because if he ninjutsus this and gets to recast it, then that's disgusting. But I think we have to take it here. Hopefully he doesn't ninjutsu here. Please don't ninjutsu. Whatever you do, don't ninjutsu. Alright, I'll take 3, thanks. Give me a creature, please. Fable the Mirror Breaker. God, okay. We really need a large creature to deal with these two now. Well, keep a Raid Reckoner is not amazing, though. Alright, we could just die here, I guess. To Kiki Jiki, but we do need a creature to fight off this. Because he can start making copies of Twin Shot Sniper eventually. Or any other large opposing threat, so he gets to get a 3-3 Trampler. I think we definitely double block this Goblin Shaman if it attacks. And then he gets to loot here, which is pretty disgusting. But he keeps all of his cards, wow. So it makes me less likely that I want to actually double block this, funny enough. Synthesizer, alright, that makes sense. He doesn't want to discard card advantage, gets a land. I can still win, I just need to make sure I don't draw a million lands or my Naomi, which I can't cast. Like, a Greater Tanuki off the top would be amazing here. Okay, he knows not to attack with a 2-2. I can block with the 1-3 here. I'll just take 3. Yeah, there's no reason not to block this, and if he has a trick, I might as well. Okay, I'm gonna double block the 2-2 for sure. Yeah, let's hope this pans out. And if not, then I probably need to top deck something big. Yeah, that Shatter States arrow turn really got me. Alright, still get rid of this. It's not, never mind. Never mind, need something good. Come on game. For once, be nice to me. The game is never nice. I mean, at least we can stop spinning wheel kick for maybe 3. I don't know. We get to take out the 2/2 and his other 2/2 next turn. If I get the Okiba Raid Reckoner down, I'm still going to be very low on life though. But at least I can maybe kill these 2 and chump, or kill 3 and chump if I get 8 mana. So land at the top also again wouldn't be the worst, but I'm still in a really bad spot because of all this top deck land stuff and him getting rid of my my cycle last turn. So all right, let's just try to hope Kami would have been great like a couple turns ago already. So I think we might need to just kill this, right? And then block. I guess we'll die. So we probably want to. Yeah, we're gonna die if we don't play this. I guess I can spinning wheel kick for. No, I can't spinning wheel kick for 1. Let's just say go. So he's gonna make a 3/3 trample. We can block the 3/3 block. Yeah, we're just dead here. It's just dumb. Yeah, it's just too much lands. Essentially, just really dumb. If we got 8 mana, we could have killed all 3 of them. At least chump for 1 more turn, I guess. Maybe then played out the Kami plus another creature, and then maybe stabilize. But that was just bad. The turn where he stole my Kappa really got me. Oh my god, that was so brutal. But sometimes you just lose to worse decks. It happens. To worser decks, I mean. Worser isn't a word. A deck that's worse than yours, and it happens. They just go all in, and you just draw too many lands. I mean, we had that opponent under control the whole entire game, I think. I mean, the early parts of the game. Like, we forced to trade this 12-Fang Stalker, even exile his Roaring Earth, and play the second Kappa, and he just had to do it the turn where I just didn't draw a single spell or a chump blocker. Alright, this is a great hand, we'll keep. Okiba on 1 is just so gross. Then we'll probably run out Virus Beetle, and then set up some interesting turns. Don't even have to show him green. Let's just play Virus Beetle. Already off to a very good start. Gets rid of Hover Bike, nice. Ogre Helm, can I answer that? I guess I can attack first and then see what's up. Although, if I do attack first, I mean, I don't get to pump with the life, but I guess I can gain 2 life. Is that worth it? I guess it's worth it. Let's just attack. I hope he blocks. He doesn't block. So do I even run this out? That's a question. Maybe not. I don't actually think we run this out because we can just block here and be totally fine. Or we can use a spinning wheel kick for 1 next turn. Wow, imagine if we could do for 2. That'd be quite impressive. Kappa Tech Wrecker. Ooh, I guess we can even ninjutsu with Kappa Tech Wrecker. Okay, so I don't want a life here and pump. I just want to attack and then let's see if he blocks my token. Okay, so now I guess we can Kappa, exile the Ogre Helm, and then kill the Bronze Plate Board. So let's do this. Yeah, this is so disgusting. I can even exile the 3/2 if I want, but again, that's bad. Ambusher for full mana. Do we pump here? Yeah, we probably just pump. And then I think we cycle Tanuki end of turn. And I can't block this 3/2 anyway, so unfortunately I'll have to gain 3 life and take 3 on the way back. But we can still run back the Okiba Raid Reckoner here. And then we might as well cycle Tanuki. and find our white source, I think. Even though we need double green for this, I think the white source could matter if we pick up Naomi. His opponent's splashing black for just a ninja. Biting Palm. Didn't even decide to ninjutsu it in. I don't know if I agree with that. I think you should at least snipe my hand. But I guess he wants to develop the board. Makes sense. I could also get back to spinning wheel kick. If I get... Yeah, I guess we don't have anything good to fight with, right? The 2-3 can't really kill the 3-3, so yeah, let's just get our planes. Let's not mess around. Blossom Prancer, now I get punished. Alright. So now what? I guess we run out the tails. And then we put a counter onto Master Shizero, or maybe put here. Because if he kills Master Shizero, then I don't have a way to block the 3-2, so I think we do it like this, and then we say go. And then I think we double block the Biting Palm Ninja to make our hand safe. Okay, never mind. I guess we'll lose one of these. I guess we'll take extra damage too. All right. So he might just get rid of Menace now to snipe my hand, which I can't cast any of these spells currently. So we'll see which one the opponent is more scared of. They're all bad for him. If I get a double green, he's kind of screwed anyways. Alright, the Blossom Prancer makes sense. It's way better than this spinning wheel kick. Ooh, but I can do some shenanigans too. Oh, I can do some shenanigans as well this turn. I don't necessarily want to ninjutsu this in, but I think I might have to. Yeah, and I can just replay the second one again. I think we actually do this so we can get rid of the Ambusher. And then we'll just take 3, hope he doesn't have any more stuff. And then we can even ninjutsu this eventually and just recast it again. But I'm liking just keeping the Kappa Tech Wreckers flowing to just exile everything he has. Yeah, opponent's just staying back because it's just too much. Makes sense. And we can even spinning wheel kick if we want. For 2. He could have a stupid bounce spell, so I should be careful. I think we still attack for 5, right? So he probably has something here. Wow, 2 for 1s himself. Alright, sure, that's totally fine. And then, yeah, we can set up a next turn. No reason to use anything here. Oh, we can even ninjutsu this back. Ooh, behold unspeakable. Right, but we can still ninjutsu and get rid of this, so it's totally fine. We can even fade that, but it's why would I fade that when I can just keep looping the Tech Wreckers? Yeah, don't mess with the turtle, guys. Unfortunately, we don't have any good creatures to fight with, so if he drops something big, that could be a problem. Embrace, well, even tries to take out my Kappa. Funny. Yeah, I'm probably just going to exile this then with Fade then. I mean, I don't have to, because I do have the spinning wheel kick. Yeah, let's just attack for 1 and say go. Hold on to the land in case he has a stupid beetle. Lizard Blades, okay, so he's going to equip and try to get double strike. So I guess I'll be taking 4. I guess I can kill both and then exile the Lizard Blade eventually. Alright, so we probably got this. And then we can also keep the blades back, I guess. So X equals 2, right? And I probably just want to stay back here, say go. And then we'll just exile this. Naomi's sweet. Holy shit, but I don't have any artifacts. I still think it's correct running her out just to have a 4-4. Because if I get an artifact later, I can just attack and make some 2-2s all day, so. Yeah, Kappa can do some disgusting things. So I actually agree this is definitely one of the Mythic uncommons, along with Blossom Prancer. Yeah, I think this is still better than Blossom Prancer. But again, Life with Tujiro Mizawa was excellent, but I don't think it definitely competes with those two. Not the same level. But yeah, this game we just messed with the opponent's stuff. It's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, the opponent I think should have ninjutsu that was Biting Palm Ninja, but I guess he needed the blocker, right? Against other stuff I would have done, so he was in a tough spot there. Alright, we're back to number 5 Mythic. And yeah, we just need 3 more games, and we should be good. Alright, opening hands, no green mana, but hey, we have all the black mana in the world, let's keep. And it's cool being able to ninjutsu back these sagas, so we'll probably maybe see that eventually with the Biting Palm Ninja. Could even run one of these out just to gain 2 life. I don't think that's bad. Yeah, let's just run this out to gain some life. Because we have a backup one. And I'll probably save the Biting Palm Ninja to bounce back to Saga. Modern Age, okay, that's a good one. So probably not going to play anything out next turn. Ooh, I guess we can cycle Greater Tanuki as well. I'm not sure if I want to do that either. Yeah, we'll say go. I don't feel like I want to cycle this, because we don't have other expensive cards, and there's a chance we just want to cast this on turn 6. Prosperous Thief, okay. We should be able to connect and get something next turn. Disruptor, that's fine. Sure. Oh, this is interesting. I guess I could kill this and just run out the Virus Beetle and take it slow. Like, this can be really annoying next turn too, because he could run out his own ninjutsu shenanigans. So, yeah, let's just kill this, attack for 2, play out the Virus Beetle. And then we can even pump a creature next turn again with the Biting Palm Ninja. Ooh, gets rid of a Moonsnare Specialist, that's sweet. Yeah, we can pump us, like, maybe the Virus Beetle, attack, and then this goes unblocked, we can bounce it back. I don't know, I don't mind getting any of these triggers. Like, these are the 2 more important, like, cards I want to trigger again. The Toshiro, maybe not as much. Okay, the opponent just decides he has enough, it's just too much. Alright. That stupid saga. Life of Toshiro Umezawa, Mythic uncommon. Yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm still not convinced. But it's close. It's close. It's close. Alright, one more match. Final boss. Let's retain top 5 Mythic, right? And then... Alright, never mind. Actually, we need 2 more wins. What am I talking about? I'm getting too ahead of myself. 12,000 years ago, Damyo Konda. Oh, sorry, I couldn't read it. These stories are cool. I need to read up on this, the lore of this. Like, magic lore is really freaking deep. So complex. It's almost like Warhammer. I mean, actually, Warhammer is probably deeper. I don't know. I'm not sure which one is better. Is not better, but has more complexity. At the end of the Kami War 12,000 years ago, Michiko and Koyodai changed the nature of the relationship between the mortal and spirit realms, collapsing the barrier that kept the two fully separate. Yeah, they had a war. That's the, and then Michiko's Reign of Truth is like an part of Saga that talks about how, you know, probably talks about how she got the plain citizens and the spirit people to stop fighting. Like, I can see Life of Toshiro being worse than Michiko's Reign of Truth, for example. But the fact that it puts me in black, you know, and black is just great with every color except white, is really appealing. And then white is just bad with like black in general, and you don't want to be red white. So I can see taking all right. As I say that, we open it up, and we have a really great starting hand. We'll keep this. How are they ranking a gold player with like a Mythic 5? It makes 0 sense. I don't think that should be allowed. That should be kind of illegal. I might just hold on to these two. Yeah, I don't have to play anything, right? Like, I might want to get some ninjutsu value from this. And there's nothing on the battlefield for me to use this for. Like, gaining 2 life doesn't seem great. I'm actually just going to sandbag him. Okay, I can't kill that, so... Gotta be careful here. So do I run out life now? I guess I can sneak in the Kappa next turn. So I might as well maybe run out life of Toshiro Umezawa. But nah, I guess if we're gonna sneak it in, pumping this doesn't really help. I'm not sure here. Getting this out isn't the worst. Yeah, let's just run out the Kappa Tech Wrecker. It's not the worst. I do want to ninjutsu this back, but like at the same time, this is just so oppressive against him. Because I can just kill this with a Master's Rebuke or just exile it forever. Bear of Memory. Okay, so we can easily just kill this. I can pump it though too, with Toshiro Umezawa. Maybe he's forced to chump. He takes 3. I exile this. Let's think here. So if I kill this, then he doesn't even have a good block. Let's just kill it. Or maybe not. Huh. Because what he might do is block and then activate this and put this into his hand to channel. So maybe I just kill it now and then just try to exile the stupid Visionary here. It's kind of annoying. And then, yeah, he doesn't want to block it, but now I can exile the Visionary so he doesn't get, like, infinite value and do these loop-de-loop shenanigans with, like, Season of Renewal. I'll hold on to this because I might want to pump the team next turn. Or deal with a 1 toughness creature. So, yeah, that turn is just a complete blowout, and he's still at 15 life. This card can be really annoying. I mean, I think it could be... I don't think it's a great card. So, here's the first thing. So, it helps you ramp a bit, I get it, with the 2-mana tap ability. It puts things in the graveyard to make it so that you have more options to get back from the graveyard later. But it's still a lot of mana to channel the discard and return X amount. And it only targets non-legendary cards, so you can't get back like your dragons or anything. But it's still good. It's still good if you manage to get, like, in the late game, if you're, for example, if you have like 8 mana available, you can get back 3 cards, which is fine, but it's still quite expensive. Okay, just that. I think I hold on to this. I could cycle it though, but I don't. But Naomi's fine. Let's just play life. Yeah, if I attack it, let's just play life here and get down the SCP. And then yeah, let's just get +2/+2 pump, and hit for 4. 4 damage is a lot. And then I could cycle this to get Naomi, but that doesn't seem great. I just might want to cast this and then wait until I get planes for Naomi. It kind of sucks because we might get stuck with, like, if we don't get a land next turn, maybe we can get a spell instead. I'm not sure. This card's not good. Does he have a fade? He might fade this, but he's still going to take 2 per turn. He might also be holding on to Season of Renewal. So he might like set up a double block eventually and just try to bite us back. That can be kind of annoying, along with Bear of Memory, so I gotta be careful about that either as well. Oh, there he had Fade. Yeah, respect. Gotta respect this card. Wow, all the respect. Holy crap. Yeah, I mean, maybe you first pick it over a Bomb Rare. All right, this is gonna have Menace. Let's attack for 2 at least. And then we can crew this and give it Menace next turn. So Kappa Tech Wrecker is still a relevant body here. Hopefully no 6/5. Is there any flash creatures I need to be aware of? Not sure. I'm still going to crew to Kappa here. And then this way we can maybe play around a crab, perhaps. Because he might spend a lot of mana to do something here, and then I can just follow with Greater Tanuki afterwards. But yeah, they both have Menace, I guess. And if he disrupts the 2/2, this still attacks past the 1/4, so I think this is fine. And then if he takes it, I'll just run out the Tanuki. Wow, this is so much. I'll just run it out. He could counter it, but, I mean, then he won't have a crab to play next turn. I guess he could play Essence Capture and put a stupid counter onto this, but we still get Menace. Assuming he doesn't answer a 2/2. Okay, yeah. Alright, at least he doesn't play the crab, okay. I'll trade a crab for Tanuki, yeah. This is an annoying card. I don't think it's that great, but people still think it's fine. I mean, it's a fine card. I'm not saying it's bad, it's fine, but I think it's a little bit definitely overrated. Yeah. Keep my land in hand to represent a spell. Okay, he has an answer to bounce. Alright, so that's gonna waste my turn. I'm still gonna get him for 2. And then I just replay it, so. Land's okay. I think it's still fine taking the best commons over the lands, to be honest. And there's no counterspell for 2 here. Good games. Even if he finds a creature, if I draw another creature, he's just dead because he needs the extra blocker. Yeah, he's probably holding on to a bunch of non-creature spells here. And yeah. Is that the final boss, I think? Not sure. But I do, again, Brutes is solid. But make sure you play it in the deck with the Reckoner raids, otherwise it's just not good, not that great. Is that it? We got 7, right? I guess we'll just be stuck at 5 forever. It's totally fine. Oh, never mind. Alright, final boss, the real final boss. Let's do it. Yeah, once you figure out the puzzle in this format, it doesn't get boring like Crimson Vow. Crimson Vow did get kind of boring because it was always base red, and you either go red green, red black, or red blue. For the most part, you do end up red blue because people contest black too highly. But once you figure out this format, like the grinding games can get really interesting, and your choices and decisions in the draft really do impact like your gameplay experience by a lot. You know. So keep that in mind. Always, like, once you're selling green, make sure you find your secondary color and then consider the splash options. Consider whether or not you should take power over land or a missing utility card for your library that you otherwise need. Yeah, I mean, no creatures. This kind of sucks, but I think we still keep this on the play because we have the Mythic uncommon, right? So let's see if it's truly the Mythic uncommon, really, if I have 0 creatures to back it up. Best case scenario, obviously, we snipe their network disruptor. If he plays the Beetle, I might discard safekeeping, not sure. Because I do need my lands to go off with this. And I think this is just more important than safekeeping. So white, so he could play Spirited Companion. Alright, we'll just keep playing our lands and say go. I'm not going to run out life here. We're not aggressive. No companions, okay. Get out of my double green at least to say go. Ooh, yeah, that's a good target to take out. Alright. I guess instant speed dodges the life, but we can answer this next turn. Hopefully he doesn't ramp into anything too big here. Jukai's fine. Oh, Suzuki, that's nice value. Alright, well, we're going to take out this 1/1 next turn. Okiba Raid Reckoner. Alright, nice turn for us, so we can run out the life here. So that's why we saved it. Get rid of this. And then play the Reckoner. And then hopefully we can Spinning Wheel Kick and kill both of these eventually. We can even protect our sagas with Fade. I mean, Tamiel safekeeping, so if he has Fade to Antiquity, we can answer it. Befriend the Mouse is annoying, and he can even speed it up too. So he can make a 4/4 this turn and get a 2/4 flyer. So okay, opponent's pretty aggressive here. Alright, we need maybe one of our Death Touching turtles to answer these. A Greater Tanuki isn't the worst, but we can't play it, so... we can gain some life, yeah. We'll just gain some life. That's not bad, okay? Gain the life isn't bad. And then, yeah, I guess we just say go and hold on to this. Take 3 and we should still be fine. Hopefully we can answer all 3 of these with a Spinning Wheel Kick for 8 mana eventually, or just kill 2. Skyblessed Samurai. Okay, we need to kill that for sure, so... Alright, Sagas, do your thing. Yeah, this sucks, because I can't answer any of this. I'll be taking 6 in the air. I guess what I can do is, darn, this sucks. Yeah, this sucks. Do I just run out of the Kami? I might as well, just as an extra body, with 0 value. Kinda sucks, but we'll say go. Because even if I play the Virus Speedo, I won't have a land to play this, so I'll be stuck with this all day. And maybe I can set up something. Wow, another Befriending the Mobs. Okay. Alright, this opponent deserves my respect. Yeah, I mean... Yeah, if you can kill me with this combination, then you really deserve my respect. Alright, so a little bit too late. I guess I can still take... Oh no, he can just pump and kill me. So this is a turn where I do need to just Spinning Wheel Kick. And I won't be able to kill a 4/4, so... I guess I can respond at instant speed, but then next turn I won't have anything. Yeah, this sucks. Alright, you got it. Yeah, alright. If I found a land I could deploy my 6/5, I would have set up a pretty nice Spinning Wheel Kick, but unfortunately couldn't get a land, so... It's variance again, but that opponent had a really, really cool green-white enchantments deck. I respect that. Alright, final boss. Let's make sure we go get our 7 wins here. We're still stuck at 5 forever, though, so... There's some people here who are, you know, really fighting for their spot, but top 5 is still very good. Very good. Alright, let's make sure we don't get run over and we can hit our lands and our colors and whatnot. Okay. Alright, not bad. Raid Reckoner, Kappa. We'll keep. Tails is nice. Do I just run out the Kappa on 2? Again, that's always the argument. Should you do it? I think we do. And we do have Fade if he plays like the pacifism effect. The fun part is, like, eventually I can attack and ninjutsu. Yeah, you know what? Let's just be greedy again. Just say go. Like, he's not aggressive. If he played like a 2-drop, I might consider running out the Kappa, but he's not. He's just trying to go 5-color Kami War, I think. Yeah, it's just another 5-color Kami War deck. Yeah, he might have the stupid Kami War. I mean, but I can exile with Fade or Kappa. I should be fine. Alright, Boj Seiju, I can answer that. That's nice, okay. And then we can hold on to our Fade. Yeah, let's attack. And then make sure we... I mean, we have a swamp anyways, it should be fine. Circuit Mender, that's a good one. So let's think here. I don't want to fade the Circuit Mender because he could have something scarier. I could life with Toshiro Umezawa and hit for 3, which isn't bad, and then just play out Brute Suit. I think that could be better. Yeah, let's just do that instead. Because I might want to pump my my Brute Suit instead, and then the Brute Suit also nice with the menace creature from the Goalkeeper Raid Reckoner, so this is fine. And I can run out Kami's of Terrible Secret next turn as well. We'll probably see a ninjutsu here. He gets to draw a card, that's fine. Alright, Moon Circuit Hacker. Alright, he gets to draw 2 cards, that's really sweet. Alright, nice job, opponent. Nice job, nice job, nice job. But he might have yeah, he has way more cards in his hand, but so I need to be careful here. I need to be careful not to get too ahead of myself. So do I want to get this unblocked next turn? That's the question. I guess I can kill it with the life, right? Yeah, I can kill this with life. So then I can crew the Kappa. I mean, then I can still attack with the Kappa and the Kami and crew the Kami. All right, that makes sense. Or just crew the Okiba Raid Reckoner. Prodigy's Proto. Okay, I have to exile that. That needs to go. Yeah, kill this. And it doesn't seem like he has a way to protect the Prodigy's Prototype. So let's think here. Play lands. Fade. Can I fade and Kami at the same time? No. Yeah, he can't attack with this next turn, and that's kind of annoying. Maybe this is bait, I don't know. Maybe I do just run Tails. On my Brute Suit? I'm not sure. I mean, yeah, you know, let's just get rid of this stupid card. And we can still hit for 5. And hopefully he doesn't drop like a big bomb or anything that I can't exile or deal with. It would have been nice to have Umezawa to tap for a mana, not gonna lie. But I think this was a safer play. Circuit Mender's annoying though. God, just gets to gain the 2 life and even block. Jukai Preserver. Okay, so now I'm thinking of pumping my team. Reckoner Raid, okay. So probably fine just running the Kami here, draw a card and see what we can get. And then maybe I'm fine trading my Brute Suit now. Yeah, I'm fine trading Brute Suit for the 3-4. I just want to get these blockers out of the way and then eventually make a large Master Shishiro thing, so opponent gets value, but there's not much I can do here. Yeah, you can have your card. It's not what I want to do, but putting a counter on this also doesn't help because he can double block it anyways with his large creatures, so you just want to run things out and then doesn't seem like it has black mana, but there's also no reason for me to play out the land, to be honest, so I think I'm fine. Behold, alright, that's scary. I guess my vehicles doesn't... Oh, my vehicle's dead. Shit. Shit, my vehicle's dead. We can still block this, but it's probably a trick here. That's a strange attack. I'm taking 3. He could have like a Buna Beiseiju. Oh, I guess he has ninjutsu. Oh my gosh, should have blocked. I guess he could have multiple things. He could have ways to maybe put counters, maybe ninjutsu. Okay. So that's annoying. He gets a draw card now. Oh my god. Am I actually going to lose? I might lose here. Ooh, Greater Tanuki. I'll take a Greater Tanuki. And then I might as well attack for 1, right? Since everything will get its power back. And every damage matters here, so. Yeah, giving this a counter in Vigilance and Trample is really nice. So I might just do an all-out attack next turn. Maybe need to pump another creature to attack past the Jukai Preserver. Not sure. Man, there's so much cards. He has so many options. Season of Renewal, yeah, getting back all this stuff. I guess he only gets back a creature. Oh yeah, he thought this was an enchantment. Yeah, that was yeah, he thought this was an enchantment. He should have just got back to Circuit Mender, really. But yeah, at least the opponent made a blunder, and maybe that can give me a quick game. I guess another Life of Tajiro Mizawa would be excellent here. So, you know what? Yeah, I might be convinced it's a Mythic uncommon to the sets. So I probably want to pump the Kami and attack with these 2 next turn, right? I could also just attack with all. He can still chump this, take 6. Yeah, he might just run out the creature here just to block, honestly. Okay, so Life of Tajiro Mizawa would be insane here. Kappa Tech Wrecker also isn't bad. We can exile Behold the Unspeakable. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, so we should just attack with all, right? And sure, we might lose a creature or so in the process, but I think this is worth it. Yeah, let's put here and let's just attack with all. You figure out the math, opponent. You could just chomp either 2-3. Yeah, we have a Menacer, so Menacer's definitely maybe just could end up unblocked. Okay, so he's gonna do that. Still taking 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I'm 1 off, but I might as well swap the Kappa Tech Wrecker, right? Okay, he's gonna chump. That makes sense. So let's see if he's dead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, he's not dead, so I might as well do the loop shenanigan thing, or just do it for the Kappa. Yeah, this is insane. And then we can get rid of this unspeakable thing, and hope he doesn't have a farewell. Farewell would suck, but. Yeah, farewell, exile all creatures, exile all enchantments, exile all graver. Why did it have to be 1 or more? That's so dumb. I'm hoping he doesn't play that. I mean, no one can beat that rare. No one can beat that dumb rare. Yeah, exiling all 3 of these was really sweet. Teachings, alright, Teachings is fine. It's not farewell then. You wouldn't play this first and then Teachings. He's probably just digging for some answers here. And then we probably want to put the counter on the Menace creature. Turtle, alright, to buy back Season, to buy back Turtle. Alright, that's cute. That's another nice thing you can do in the Bant decks, is the whole Turtle shenanigans thing. Okay, we can just kill the 1/1 and he's just dead, right? Yeah. Good games, opponent. Nice deck, though, by the way, opponent. But, yeah. We would just kill the 1/1, we would have just had Menace. So, yeah, alright, another 7-win video. So, goes to show you guys how you should gravitate towards green-black in the set as much as possible if you can. And if not, at least maybe green-white or green green blue, and or blue black, or blue black ninjas, or black red artifacts. Those are my contention for the tier 1 decks for this set. So yeah, there's a lot of leeway, you know. The tier 2 decks will be like blue red, I think, maybe blue white good stuff. Um, but still not good enough. Those decks are still not good enough. Maybe red white samurai is still tier 2. I don't know. A lot of people just, I mean, people have been really underwhelmed by it. But yeah, we got the 7. I don't think this deck was as good as the first one we did. But I mean, but it was still close because we have double Kappa Tech Wrecker, which was absurd. And also the Bamboo Grove Archer just didn't come up too much. Come up a whole lot. Funny enough, it just seemed like we just had enough ways to answer flyers and race flyers that we didn't need too much of this. But we barely saw Azusa's many journeys in our game, so this card we barely even saw. Barely saw Searchlight Companion too, funny enough. Or Season. We barely saw Season 2. Darn, yeah, I mean, the rest of these only saw Tales of Master Zero the last game. We kept seeing Greater Tanuki, Kappa Tech, and then Triple Life. But yeah, this deck was really sweet. Awesome. Nice 7 wins. And then I probably just need to use up the rest of the time in this video to go over the packs. But yeah, another solid Abzan sweet black-white deck. So yeah, make sure you gravitate towards green-black as much as possible, okay? So we'll claim our prize. And then we have 12 packs to go through, so, just bear with me. I know some of you can't stand my commentating, but, I need to entertain myself somehow while playing this game. So. Alright, let's see, what do we have to find? Pleasure of Opening, pack 1, pick 1. Let's open up our silly packs. 15 packs, okay, we'll do 15 packs. Pack 1, pick 1, Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Ooh, Fable the Mirror Breaker is a bomb. Yeah, we'll take this even though I don't like red in this format as much. You can still end up red-blue, red-black, or green, or green and splashes for single red. It is really powerful. Yeah, this card is just incredible. Like, so the first chapter you already get a 2/2. Second chapter you improve. You can maybe get some card advantage by discarding cards that you can't play from your hand or lands that do absolutely nothing in the late game. And then chapter 3, the ability you can just copy, and just keep doing these insane enter the battlefield effects or keep attacking with a large creature. This card is definitely a bomb. Definitely you take this over Touch, and Touch would be my second pick here. Invigorating Hot Spring, splashable too, but I don't think it's necessary. I think the green waves just have enough power and ways to grind. You don't need this card. But I'd rather just splash Imperial Oath. It's what you want in a control deck. You don't want to give a creature haste in a green control deck. It doesn't make any sense. The counters do enhance the creatures, and it is significant, but it's not by a lot, I don't think. And it is just really slow to get going. So it would go 1 Fable to touch the Spirit Realm as a solid removal spell. Keep in mind, this also doesn't deal with enchantments. So if the opponent has enchantment now, touch doesn't answer it. However, the channel effect is really nice. I still take. Yeah, I think this card is kind of like at the same power level of Umezawa. Life of Toshiro Umezawa, maybe slightly worse, but you know, I would still take Toshiro Umezawa over this. So this is kind of like, I don't know how I would rank the Life of Toshiro Umezawa, kind of close with this card, but maybe slightly better. And then there's Imperial Oath as the best common in this pack. It's Koi. It's funny, if you look at cards like this in the past in Magic, like a 4-mana 3/3 is a bomb, but nowadays it's just okay. Like, you know, you'll play it in a blue artifact based deck, but it's still kind of clunky at 4 mana, and it's just an okay card. But 1, 2, 3, and then maybe 4. Alright, no, you definitely take Reality Chip over Life, I think. Yeah, it's just too good. Like, so it's 2 mana and then 3 mana to reconfigure. So it's essentially 5 mana to attach it onto a creature, and if it survives and goes unanswered, you just draw cards all day. You just peel cards from the top of your library, get value, and then eventually, even if they kill the creature with the Reality Chip on it, you're eventually going to get so much value in creatures, you can just move it around to another creature. So it's pretty ridiculous. And this is a 0/4 blocker, so this is definitely the pick over Life. I think it's way better in the long run, of course. Yeah, I think this has more utility, but Life would be my second pick here. Yeah, I would take over Shrine. Shrines are a little bit overrated. So people who are getting new in the set, they get kind of baited into the shrines because they think they can like have two of them at the same time and hope all of them survive and make 1/1s all day. But keep in mind, they're just decent abilities. Okay, I mean they're still slow to get going. It's still a lot of mana to invest. If one of them gets answered and you've built your whole entire deck around shrines, your plan can go awry. But yeah, I think they're overrated. But you'll still consider them as above average cards that you're fine picking. But I'd still take the top commons over it. And I obviously take life over it. So 1, 2, 3 commons here are just kind of medium. They're kind of filler. Moth Rider, I guess if you end up blue-white, you could use a ninjas to effect, or if you end up red-white and you need some sort of warrior that has evasion, it's fine. But overall, it's not a top common at all. Yeah, this is a bomb. One of the best cards in the set. So you bounce a creature, and keep in mind, it's not a Maya building, so if you have an artifact card in your graveyard, you have to put it in your hand. But if you can't, you draw a card. So already amazing ability. And then the final chapter, 3/3 flyers already a good rate. And yeah, it just makes it so the opponent's next turn is just a nightmare. If they can't cast this specific CMC, they can just totally get screwed. So this is a bomb. Inventive Iteration, at the same power level of Kiki the Fable, the Mirror Breaker. So this is one of the other sagas I was talking about. I mean, there's also Jugen Defends the Temple, of course. In green, I'm not sure what the black one is. I need to look that up. But the black arena has great sagas. Again, the best common is Okiba Raid Reckoner. Moon Circuit Hacker is also top common, but it's definitely not the same level of Akiba, but definitely a top common. Definitely better than a Ninja's deck, and a great card. And then Malfunction, I haven't seen a lot, but I actually don't think this is a bad card in a black-green control deck, actually. I might actually consider taking this more often higher now. I mean, like, the fact is it really is not that bad. Like, I mean, I guess it could be bad if you're running... I'm running, like, other Okiba Raid Reckoners, I guess. So it's kind of like a Nambo with Okiba. But, like, against, like the Ninja's deck, it's really good. It's really good against, like, Moon Circuit Hackers, Moon Snare Specialists, etc. So it's more like a best out of 3 sideboard, maybe, card that you don't always want main deck, not sure. Jinkin Taxis, haven't played it yet. It's kind of interesting because blue wants to be aggressive in this format, and 7 mana is a lot. But this is a great card. You'll still play this in an aggressive blue deck. And in green, even better, because green is dirtily, and this is like a perfect card for like a green deck. But I can see this having a bit of an issue playing with the blue aggressive decks, because it's so clunky and slow and doesn't have ninjutsu or anything to cheat it out. But yeah, if you manage to resolve this, it's just a good card. It doesn't counter creatures, but artifacts, instant sorceries is just already amazing. And yeah, if you can copy your own spells, it's just great. So yeah, this card's fantastic. But it's funny. I might actually take Long Reach of Night over this. I don't think. No, I don't know. This is worth money. Okay. I guess the argument is that this is still worth a lot of money. So take the money card. That's good. Okay, that's it. Nezumi Prowler is also good in Ninjas. I'm not sure if it's great like in other decks. Like we did face against it in some of our matchup, and it was just fine. It was you get in the lifelink, you can survive a couple turns. Sometimes you can get a nice trade with the whole Death Touch thing going. It's a good card, but I still think it's one of the more weaker black uncommons. Like I still take Umezawa over it. Life of Toshiro Umezawa, Long Reach of Night. But if you're dedicated in the Ninja's deck, this is good. And then black-red artifacts, I guess, is fine too. Sometimes just being able to ninjutsu, for example, like a Virus Beetle, and this is also an artifact creature can come up. So, okay, yeah, this is fine. And then that's about it. None of the commons really stand out. Maybe the green-white Land to Splash Imperial Oath, but that's about it. These cards aren't great. Operative is too expensive. This is fine. Like if you're in black-red, you will play this. It doesn't have any artifact synergies, but sometimes destroying like these like Imperial Oath tokens come up. Exiling the green opponent's graveyard could come up, since red-black doesn't care about stuff in your graveyard. And a 3/3 trample is fine. And if it somehow just manages to deal combat damage and you can put a 1/1 counter on it, it's not bad. And then the second paragraph you can kind of ignore that. That'll never happen unless you get really unlucky. It's not a first pickable mythic. I think you still take the best commons over it, but it's a fine card. And then Leech Gauntlet's also just okay. It's just funny that's an artifact, but in the red-black deck, you never want to sacrifice this because the lifelink is just so important to have around. And in the blue decks, like in the blue-black decks, this doesn't really have any evasion. So it's kind of a weird card. And then 4 mana to reconfigure onto like a 1/1 flyer or 2/1 2/2 flyer isn't really all that amazing. So it's kind of doesn't. It's not a great card because of the low-powered creatures in the Grixis colors, and the reconfigure cost is a lot. But you'll still play this if you need a random 2-drop. But I can see myself playing so much other cards like Modern Age and A Life of Toshiro Umezawa, obviously, and maybe even Inkrise Infiltrator over this. Probably the best card here is Master's Rebuke. I'd probably just take this over the rest of this pack. Looks pretty atrocious. Fine removal spell in green. And pretty solid with Death Touchers and large creatures, obviously. And pretty nice cost for 2 mana. Take Reality Chip here. Second pick, I think I would take maybe Prototype over Thief. I don't know. The blue-white deck doesn't come up together, but you can still splash this in like green-whites or green-blue. And this is definitely one of the more better vehicles, you know. I've gotten away with this card actually in a straight-up blue-white deck, and trust me, when this is able to attack and make 1/1 pilots all day, it's really powerful. This card is good. I think this card is really good. But outside of all the other blue-white vehicles, you can just forget it all. And then there's Prosperous Thief, which is nice in ninjas actually. But luckily we have Reality Chip and we don't have to debate about between these two. It's still probably correct taking Thief to stay open in single color, I think. Yeah, it's probably still right taking this over Prototype, but Prototype is also might just be better though. So keep that in mind. Soul Transfer is really powerful if you can get an artifact and enchantment. Either way, it's just a good removal spell. But if you can get the 2-for-1, yeah, this is powerful. The rest of this pack, Kami, Terrible Secret is probably the best common here. Bamboo is fine. Nezumi is also just medium, but yeah, Kami's really good. I've been really impressed with this in green-black especially. And even in a black-based artifact deck, like you will have the Akiba Raid Reckoners if black is open, or even the Long Reach of Night enchantments. So, yeah. Surge Hacker Mech is good. I don't think it's a bomb. I can see taking some sagas over it, you know, in green or black. But it's a good card, you know, you'll play it. It keeps you open, has artifact synergy. The Crew 4 is a lot though, so keep that in mind. But I guess it also has Menace, so that's not bad. That's really good. Yeah, this card's good. I don't think it's a bomb card, but if you have no idea what you're doing and you need to just take a good card and keep yourselves open, this is definitely reasonable. And yeah, it's reasonable to take it over Life of Toshiro Umezawa, I think, but not over Kappa-Tech Wrecker, I don't think, or Blossom Prancer. But this card, if you don't know this set, this would be a card you're happy to open, and everything else is just not even close. Yeah, this is also just whatever. I need to go fast because I don't have enough time. Alright, here. Yeah, Tribute is pretty good. There's also Silver Fur Master, which is good. I take them both over Antiquity, which is the best common here. Tribute can be awkward sometimes because they get it's kind of bad if you can't take any more damage, but it's pretty solid if you can get this going, and then you get a 3/3 Flying Haste that can just draw you cards. So I don't know. I still take it over at Silver Fur just to stay open, but Silver Fur is pretty nice if you do end up in ninjas, obviously. Yeah, I take Assassin's Ink just to be in black over Touch of the Spirit Realm. Both are close in power level, but I still take this just to be in maybe the chance I end up in a black-green deck. This is also splashable, obviously, so this you can argue this as well. Hinata, I've splashed in a sealed once, but I don't think you want to splash in a set, especially if you need to be base green. Best common, Timeless Completion is fine, but everything else is just okay.
I hope
yeah, this is a bomb. Wanderer is just disgusting. I don't know. Go Google it. Go read it. It's just great on offense. It's great on defense. And yeah, even after attacks are declared and blocks are declared, you can just flash this at instant speed, and the creatures attacking aren't even targeting the Wandering Emperor. This card's pretty ridiculous. Yeah, it's a S tier card. Easily one of the best cards in the set. Or even the best card, I'm not sure.
Right by,
I would actually take Kappa-Tech Wrecker over Kaito Suzuki. Like, Kaito, what you're going to get out of this is usually just a 1-1 token and maybe a card off of it. The looting effect is nice, but Modern Age does the same thing. I'd obviously take this over Modern Age and Moonsnare Specialist, but no, I don't think you'd take it over Kappa-Tech Wrecker. It's not even close. Card's great, though, but yeah, it's not a bomb like Kappa or the Wanderer. Dimensi's a bomb, though. Yeah, this is just infinite card advantage. Obviously, blue-white is not that great of a deck, but you can still splash either one of these in green-white or green-blue. This card's great. Just draws you cards all the time, and it keeps returning artifacts and enchantments to the battlefield. So ridiculous. Yeah, I would take Master's Rebuke over Commune. I would take both the green cards over Completion. The dual land's also nice if you end up Abzan, so... yeah, I take the Modern Age. Funny enough, green is the best color, but this is definitely the worst saga, I think, in the game. I talked about this already. It's pretty bad. Yeah, we'll take Modern Age. Gravelighter is also okay, but it's also just kind of feels like filler in this set. I take the Modern Age over Gravelighter. Yeah, we'll take Virus Beetle over Kami's Flare. And yeah, I would take Kami's Flare over the Ghost Shintai. Again, I think these are kind of overrated. Fang is also fine, but yeah, I take Ghost Shintai over Fang. It will go 1, 2, 3, and then 4. I think this is just the best red common, and you need it. Okay, you need it. You need removal if you somehow incidentally end up red and everything, and you can't draft a green or a blue deck. So, all right. Thank you guys for watching, and hope you guys enjoy my content. And to all my friends out there, if you want to learn this set, just and you're just speeding through this video until the end, just watch the video, okay? You'll get it if you're smart enough. You'll get it. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy, and as always, have a wonderful day. Bye.